First live of the year. We here. Back by popular demand. It's your boy Big Val Opinion. And I'm back with another live video. The first one of 2023. Y'all already know how we get down. Straight to it and straight forward. It's the only way we gonna get through it. Make sure y'all hit that like. Make sure y'all hit that share. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe. Hop in the car, let's ride, man. It's your boy Big Val Opinion back with another live video. First live of 2023, man. It's up.
Yo, what up, 2023? Happy New Year, everybody, man.
We get straight to it.
What's up, Big Vi? What's going down, man?
What's going down, man? What's going down?
I don't know, man. How was your holiday, man? How was your New Year, first and foremost?
Man, it was good, man. It was good, man. It was good for the most part. You know, I ain't complaining. I made it. I made it to the other side.
Yeah, man, mine was decent, man. You know, I kicked it with, my brother, for New Year's, man. Didn't do too much for the holiday. It was mellow, kind of chilled out, just reflective, just living life and, just getting life together around me,
Already, man.
Yeah,
It's been a while.
You got to do the full reset on the New Year, man. On the 26th of December, man, that marked me being 1 year cigarette free. No smoking cigarettes.
Man, salute, man. Salute, bro.
No Newport. So that's a good way to roll into a new year, man.
Yeah, we working on year 2 already.
For sure. I don't even look at no cigarettes. None of that, And you feel better, you move better, everything gets better, so.
Man, your health is wealth, man.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? You can't want all the money in the world if you ain't planning on being here to spend it. Right. What's up? What up, Muse? What up, Unc? What up, Harriet?
I mean, calling all cars, man. R.Kelly been out here running his mouth, talking. Big Bag got 2 of them up. What's going on?
I'm adding to the stream. I'm uploading something from my other phone.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Do what you do when you do what you do. You know what I mean? So, the thing of it is, man, you got, this man that you done did dirty, and you can only imagine the reasons why they did the things that they did to him when they initially locked this man up. You got to think about the fact that they locked this man up, not only locked him up, but threw him in solitary confinement for his quote-unquote own protection for 70 some odd days, while running him out to the phone that's basically tapped, trying to get a confession out the nigga. When that didn't work, you sent somebody in there to kick his ass. That didn't work. You flip his lady.
You're right. You pay a BOP officer to intercept all this correspondence and sell them to a YouTube blog.
Oh man, and he been quiet longer than I would. Oh my God.
What's up, Ashley?
But I tell y'all what, man, it makes sense to me. Like
everybody coming in.
Nothing that came out of this man's mouth, didn't make sense. It made perfect sense. Like, okay, you broke hell shit to R.Kelly. That easy money, easy payday, easy day.
Let's run his little mini clip. I mean, this I I took this little clip from from a Facebook group, but I did see Dana J play this clip as well. I don't know if this clip was played on the Surviving R.Kelly 3 or whatever. I'm not sure, but I just want to play this little clip of Kels, speaking about some of the things some of the things that was to come. Let's see. I need to get that off of there. Get that off of there. That's old Demetrius Smith work right there. Old vibe.
Jimmy Iovine with this hype ass shit.
You're saying everything they said in that documentary about you is not true.
They are lying on me.
You are supporting a pedophile.
Nothing good about me. I'm just a child molester. The devil. Come on, guys. As long as my breath is going in and out, I try to, even when I get ready to complain, I think about that and I say, you know what? I ain't gonna even say nothing. I just breathe, baby. I breathe on these niggas, you heard me? 20-some women trapped in my house in the basement in Atlanta. Well, first of all, my house in Atlanta doesn't even have a fucking basement. This is my story. The only thing I could do is say what's real and say what's on my heart and give it to y'all like y'all want it. You want the truth. You ain't even got an education. You didn't even graduate from high school. You don't even really read, and all of this old shit they told me. And I started believing that shit, man. Just something in me kept calling and shit. My heart was pumping this shit. It was pumping this shit. Hey fans, how y'all doing? It's your boy Kels. I love y'all. Thanks for supporting me for the last 30 years of my career. I'm very appreciative of that, and just you guys have kept me humble, kept me grounded, and kept me putting out this music for you guys. You guys inspired me to do it, so I'm gonna do it until you say don't do it no more. Don't say that though. If I met your daughter and I took your daughter out and she was of age, what the fuck am I gonna do?
Everybody, put your hands to the sky.
You ain't got no money? Shit. Sue R.Kelly.
Mute R.Kelly.
You are controlling, that you are abusive, that you tell women when to eat, when to go to the bathroom, when they can sleep, where they can dress.
I know y'all know that shit is ridiculous, but the crazy shit is stupid motherfuckers want to believe this shit.
This shouldn't be happening.
Every level there's another devil. Whoever you are right now looking at me in my eyes, look in my fucking eyes, okay? I don't give a fuck about this fame shit. I'm a real motherfucker. Yeah. My main goal is to unconfuse the world about R. Kelly. I'm ready, yeah. I'm ready, yeah. I'm ready to say what I feel. Keep it real. Say what I feel. You don't know me. You ain't never been in my house. You ain't never been in my bedroom. So you cannot judge me.
Deep. See that right there.
Hold
That
on,
right
hold on,
there.
right quick. Hold on, right quick, Derek. You see what he say right here?
Is what I need to do. Get rid of clowns and get myself a whole nother crew. Media, do your job. Please just don't make my job so hard.
Facts.
Media, do your job. But please don't make my job so hard.
Man, whoever put that together snapped.
Man, we got Dean in here. What's up, Dean?
What up, Dean? How you doing, bro?
Well, hello?
What up, what up, what up?
What's up, y'all? What's up, D? What's up, Big Von?
Man, happy
Man,
New
we
Year,
here,
my
man.
dude.
23, man.
Yo,
What up?
yo, you know me. You ain't seen me email you, Big Von?
Yeah,
You still ain't
you
even text
emailed me
me.
back just now?
You still ain't even text
I
me.
just emailed you about 30 minutes ago.
Oh, yo, you saw how they threw. Yo, I don't know if y'all seen it. You saw how they threw Barry under the bus.
Yeah.
Who?
on the surviving R.Kelly, they threw Barry OD under the bus.
Oh no, I ain't seen none of that.
Yo, you know what's so crazy? I'm over here like I was trying to watch it I was trying to watch it from a different point of view to actually try to feel bad for these women. Like I really was trying to feel bad for them, but it's just something in my heart that is like, when you know bullshit is bullshit, you just can't feel bad. So I'm there. I'm just like, yo, that was the only good thing I seen. I'm like, finally, I threw Barry under the bus. At least y'all know he full of shit.
Mm-hmm.
That shit was crazy. Y'all think that really that clip that they dropped, that's really Kel's work, or that's just somebody putting together some other bullshit or some shit?
I don't think you can't put together no bullshit in somebody's own word.
Mm.
You just can't do it. You can, if you really want to tell the truth and not cut it up, and it seems like this would not be chopped up. The man ready to talk. He just did an interview with old boy. What's his name? Rick Party.
Oh, word?
So, yeah.
Oh, I gotta see.
Yeah, the interview that was been on Simona Sequence's page.
Oh,
and Infamous Sylvia, but man, talking about what Tasha K and them did to him.
All right, so now I'm gonna definitely go check that out once I jump off this page.
He bro, he know everything that happened. He know about the officer. He know about the emails getting to his girlfriends, plural, not just Azriel, but other ones. Rashana. Because that's the only way I can see somebody flip after being down with you through a trial.
Facts. Nah, that's a fact.
And down with you through the years.
Moderators, go to blocking. We got an intruder. Moderators, get them intruders out of here. 23. We ain't having it, man. Get them intruders up out of here, moderators.
Yeah, clear that up out of there. I see it.
Nah,
But see, these fools be out here clowning. And now you got people coming back in trying to infiltrate and talk crap in R. Kelly fan pages. And it's like, man, you got what you wanted, right? Why is you messing with me? And you know what I'm saying? You can sit back and laugh and not say nothing, but you got to chime in with your ignorant comments and your dumb stuff. But you ain't paid no attention to nothing. You was at the crib. You don't watch CBS. You watch the interview that they chopped and screwed, and you watch Surviving R. Kelly. That's the brunt of your information that you bringing to me with your, I know for a fact.
Right. But how do they facts weigh out versus our facts? They come to us and say they have facts, but we come to them with proof.
And the same idiots, the same clowns that's doing this will come up to you and be like, man, I heard R. Kelly got out of jail.
Yo.
Man, bruh.
The day R. Kelly gets out of jail, that's gonna break every headline.
Boy, it's gonna break the internet.
Exactly.
You think paparazzi was chasing the nigga? Man, I just want him to get to his destination safe. Facts. It's gonna be people all out in the road. You know how when you ride down the street and people be out in the streets, exactly what's gonna happen.
Facts.
Hey, Big Five. Hey, everybody.
I literally hope
What's up? What's
this
up?
shit happen.
What's up, Lady T?
Yeah, well, my high school friend.
What's going on, girl? Shit. You had to look it up. You went in the yearbook, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
Yep. Went in the yearbook.
96. Roosevelt.
Yes. Bang bang. What's going on?
Yo, Big
And
Bob.
you need to call my platform so we can talk about everything what happened back in the day.
Man.
Hey, did you ask me to promote your platform on this channel?
I'm sorry, Big Five.
No, I'm just playing.
Yo, Big Bob, I'm glad you posted that. Cause yo, when I was watching that shit, I'm over here telling my shorty, I'm like, yo, you believe this, bro? Like she'll be told, yo, D, you gotta go watch it, man. The shit just sounded like bogus BS. She talking about she just picked up a basket of tapes. Like, yo, how stupid you think I gotta be to believe that?
Hey, D, see what happened was they had to change the narrative because they couldn't prove this.
The marriage.
Exactly.
When they couldn't prove this, they had look at all this handwriting.
Yo, and you heard, yo, if y'all watch the white girl that was you know the white girl that said it said she worked from 99 to 2008. She said it though on the thing. She said, yo,
was it Lindsay?
I forgot what her name is. I think she got the twin. Well, you know the white
girl. Yeah,
Lindsay. She said
Lindsay.
She said exactly like this. She said, yo, trust me. She said Daryl McDavid was on there stealing all his money, and she said, yo, R.Kelly ain't know nothing. Basically, she was basically like saying R.Kelly ain't know nothing about that marriage. She was on there saying it.
I mean, it's clear. The man took the stage. When he took the stand, Demetrius said, clear out his mouth that R.Kelly had nothing to do with bribing the official to get the fake ID. But the whole point of getting the fake ID was to prove that her age was 18 years old, which Demetrius confirmed that the ID or public aid ID didn't even have an age on it. So how the fuck did the ID work?
And you know what? At the same time, okay, you can go get some reverend, right? Some out of touch, ain't listening to R&B, pretty much just listening to church music all the time, reverend. Get him to marry somebody that he think looked like kind of R.Kelly and Aaliyah, but it could have been Demetrius and Tiffany Hawkins standing there in front of this idiot, and he would have never knew because her hair was all over her face. Remember?
Fact. He gonna reference the picture and say, "Well, one pants leg was rolled up."
Man, look. You know what? They while that man was on tour, I don't even think he ever came back.
Hey,
I don't think he ever like skipped a beat on that tour at all. Like,
well, JRock said he didn't. My brother JRock said he didn't.
So get the fuck out of here. Like,
well, he flew back. He flew back. Got his lawyers. Flew back to Louisiana. But then you have to also make all this shit make sense because you know Big Vibe right here. If she was in Chicago, according to Demetrius, if you look at the top, that second paragraph, it say Kelly and Aaliyah flew to Chicago. How the hell could they fly together if he was on a concert in Lafayette, Louisiana, and she was in Detroit?
Exactly.
You got to make this shit make sense. See, the thing about why people get so frustrated with people like us that have opinions is because we got fucking proof that can counter The shit
Now
that
we
they
got a
saying.
mind. We got
We
a
got mind that
mind.
we can challenge the shit that they saying. How did this shit happen?
Well,
Right.
I'm gonna tell you how it happened. Y'all go pull that preacher up.
Well, that's Demetrius Smith smoking buddy.
Exactly.
And that's not only Demetrius Smith smoking buddy. Go pull
This
the
is his
preacher
spot.
up. Go pull the preacher up, and you gonna see some other people too.
He might be the preacher that was being talked about and trapped in the closet.
You gonna see some other people. As soon as he left New York, y'all, is when he retired. He took a
I heard he was related to Sparkles.
and he not only Sparkle.
Look, man.
I'm telling y'all, if you go look, that's all I can say. Go look, and you're gonna be like, woo, 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 woo.
But I think that the man told us what to talk about, because all that he know is that a BOP officer took his jail records and sent them to a blogger. That blogger gave his jail records to parents and government witnesses, and that's tampering. And that's not cool.
That's witness tampering.
That's witness tampering. I think he want us to concentrate
on that.
Concentrate on it. That's tampering. I promise you, Tasha K needs to be smoked out. Ain't no way she can talk crap to nobody.
Oh, and she's supposed to be going live to talk about the lady that brought the information out. No, you don't need to be talking about anything. You need to be talking about them records that you had access to. You and Angelo and old Timmy.
Yes, that's what I need to hear about. Other than that, she need to be smoked out online through YouTube.
We don't care about Tim going live. Tim is full of shit. Bull crap.
He told
she needs to be smoked out.
You got 72 hours to get them emails. Yeah.
No, she already gave him the Homeland Security. Let her tell it.
You stupid big bad 120 hours.
120 hours, man.
Yo, when I was over here watching this shit, D, I'm just like, yo, you could look at Faith Pops looking at Timothy.
But look at Faith. No, look here. Check this out. No lie. I watch ID Investigation Channel frequently, and I have watched interrogations, and they talk about when they know when a person is like breaking points and when a person is telling the truth, telling a lie. If you look at Faith whole time when she's talking on that documentary, on that live-mentary, she looking off to the left while everybody that she's talking to is sitting to the right of her.
Yeah, because she's looking up into her imagination.
She couldn't even make eye contact when she was talking about the shit that she was saying. She's staring off in the ceiling to the left. I'm like,
did y'all pull up that name that I gave y'all before? Vi, I gave y'all a name, and actually, Prima gave it to you as well. KC Fox.
No, I haven't looked that name up. I'm not gonna even lie to you, and I'm not gonna lie to nobody. Like, I just be getting deep down into it. You know, I listen and I remember and I listen to what a person say for the most important part, and I take what the person say. And when I hear them contradict themselves, I call it out.
Bam.
Well, that person right there, that name that I just gave you, that woman, that's how she became who she is right now, and that's who Faith thought she was going to become, and because that's how she's living in LA and all of this. But that's how they became who they are, by lying and doing all the crappy crap that they're doing to Rob and other artists. They've been doing this. This is stuff that they've been doing.
I want to speak on too, while Sandra here and other people on here, even everybody that's in the chat. The simple fact that Faith in 2013 had a case in Dallas where a guy tried to run her over with a car for the same allegations that she tried to put on Robert.
And he showed it to her. Kennick showed it to her in the courtroom. He asked her, is this a record is this your name? And she said yes. She identified, and actually you say in Dallas, but it was actually here in Houston. But
it was in Houston. Okay, I know it was in Texas.
It was in Houston. And she said yes. So she had herpes in 2013 before she ever met Robert.
See what I'm saying? But none of this shit was brought up in court because Ann Donnelly, I'm not gonna say the prosecutors suppressed evidence. Ann Donnelly
called a sidebar.
She suppressed the evidence. Got the mama on Diva channel saying that the man tried to give her daughter.
He tried to give her her.
You try to give somebody something, it's either they got it or they don't have it.
Exactly.
Boy, playing too many games.
And it's like
Dr. Oz and say she self-medicate. Make this shit make sense.
Man, they can't. They cannot. There is no way to make it make sense. I mean, the only way you can make it make sense is to spaz out on somebody, call them a pedophile lover, tell them they probably a pedophile themselves. That's the only way. You can't have a decent conversation for people to even understand.
Facts.
You know, you can sit up here and tell people clear as day, clear. I am upset. This was a grave injustice that I witnessed with my eyeballs. I literally watched them come out with a TV show, and then an attorney come out asking for victims.
And listen, not only that, you guys, they told us when we were in New York. I'm like, what do y'all mean? Y'all are filming for part 3. What the hell are y'all talking about? So in New York, when the trial was going on, they were filming at that time for part 3.
Well, we gotta understand though, this is actually a fault because one of the videos that they try to put out is flopped. When all the accusers got mad and said that they didn't want to participate. We talking about Drea, we talking about Geronda, we talking about Faith. I don't know if it was Faith, but I know for a fact that Lizette chick, one of them chicks, they was all mad about the money and how much they got paid from the first one, and it didn't, and they was mad about their contracts, and Drea was mad because she felt as though she should have got more than everybody for some.
Well, you know, the reason why the case ended up in New York was because of Faith.
Right.
Remember, she couldn't do it. She tried to file charges in Dallas. She tried because she had an attorney in Dallas. But it wouldn't work. They wouldn't go. They wouldn't allow it to go through. So that's when she took it to New York, lying, saying that he locked her up. How somebody lock you in the car?
But don't go too fast, now, Nisimo. Now, didn't in the phone conversation when she called Robin and said she wanted to see him? What did he tell her? Find her way up there.
Find her way up there. He didn't tell her. He didn't pay her way up there.
She bought her own ticket to go up there. So how are they charging this man with? And this was an of-age woman. Like this shit that they did, it makes no sense. But see,
let me say this, Vi. I'm glad that you guys are seeing the things that you guys are seeing and feeling the way you're feeling. What I've been saying, when we left New York, we should have had this kind of energy the entire time instead of all of this unnecessary back and forth with the craziness. We could have stopped and prevented a lot of this nonsense that has taken place from happening.
Well, I would say that, it was said best when he said it, that, you just have to not talk about people. What are you doing?
Exactly.
Why are you talking about these women? Why are you talking about
calling them out their name? Yes.
That ain't me. That ain't what I represent. And that's been the thing the whole time. That's been the reason why this man has always had problems. And every time, A hearing came up. It was just like he was playing from behind the 8 ball the whole time because you had 2 weeks of bullshit before he had a hearing all the time.
But also know a lot of the things that they're claiming that the supporters did. You do know that a lot of the stuff that we did not do, it was done, absolutely. But we didn't do it like this. We observed that in New York, and I'm saying to myself, why are y'all calling the judge? Why are y'all calling these women acting and pretending to be, for instance, me? Y'all heard these people say, I'm Cassandra. Y'all know damn well I ain't no damn Cassandra. But these are the narratives that they are pushing in order for us to be able to just go back and forth with these people. But we got to remain focused, and our focus should be on the injustice of the law. Right. And what I saw in New York.
And the thing that I've been saying, and I've been saying it in the way that I feel about it, and it's no offense to nobody, but it's 2023.
Right.
Thank you.
And if I can't keep it real in 2023, I don't know what else the fuck to do.
But I've been saying this. This is my plan for myself. I'm finna stop talking to stupid.
Let me get this out before you go. But ain't no way in hell you can support R.Kelly, and okay, if you want to support the injustice of all black men, then you say you will support the injustice of all black men. But ain't no way in this situation you can't support R. Kelly and Don Russell. Them two entities are working against each other.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's been like that since day one.
They don't go together. So if you support Don, then you have to change your fight to say I'm in the injustice of all people. But you can't try and say because of the shit that this man inadvertently did, whether he was doing it for a good reason or not, but if you're doing something, you say it's for a good cause, but when your good cause more harm than it does some good, then you become a casualty of war.
Right. So
exactly. That's true. That's true.
You might have had good intentions, but sometimes, like my grandma say, it ain't about what somebody call you, it's about what you answer to.
What you respond to.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? So what he did, he may have thought this is a good jester, but your good jester, if you look at it, the reason why fucking Darren McDavid and Milton wasn't in fucking New York is because they tried to make Richard Arline, Michael Williams, and Dunn the part of the fucking enterprise.
Exactly. And that boy, and if you read that boy's case, he literally was trying to tell Ann Donnelly and everybody in there he don't even know Robert.
Right. And he said it. I don't know him. But then that's when you come with the allegations of this man supposed to be dealing with boys. But you burnt up a fucking car.
Right. And it's crazy to me because how the hell is it that these two Negroes that you arrested for bull crap all of a sudden become his lovers?
Exactly.
You see the bullshit in the play?
All of a sudden they his lovers.
Wait a minute, hold on.
Why was the two people, Rich Arline and Michael Williams, all of a sudden, Rich Arline and Michael Williams get charged with this bullshit, with this car and all this other shit. All of a sudden, two John Does coming to the case.
Yeah, but listen, Richard Arline, shut up, Sam.
Don't be quiet, cause we here for that. We need the information.
We with the shits. Come on now.
This nigga here was in.
I hear you.
See, we need the flags to be picked up off the field, because at the end of the day, this is how they are hiding these criminals. They taking criminals and turning them into victims.
Look at here, damn it! I'm getting sick of motherfuckers snitching and taking immunity deals and shit and throwing one individual under fucking buses, man. You watch it.
They did talk about, Demetrius Smith got immunity. How did Demetrius Smith get immunity? Well, motherfucker, the same prosecutor that gave him immunity gave these women immunity. So what the fuck?
I'm talking about straight criminals. You know why old girl got immunity in the Megan Thee Stallion case? Because she introduced the gun.
But let me tell y'all this here. Let me say this here. I'm going to just keep it 100. Real 100, period.
2023 now, all the way 100.
I just got to keep it 100. 99%. Everybody got fucking immunity. And now I'm not talking about some. I'm talking about everybody. I'm talking about friends.
Over 60 people got immunity.
Friends. How the hell friends get immunity?
Right.
I said that a while back. I say, how the hell did over 60 people get immunity in one case?
I'm not worried about the other people. I'm talking about friends. How the hell divide? You down with me? Y'all, come on, y'all down with me? How y'all get immunity? Y'all down with me?
We talking about Demetrius. We talking about
I'm talking about friends.
Look, they gave people immunity not to come to court.
Thank you. I'm talking about friends.
Yeah. Because they knew that they had no case. And with that being said, we have no case. So the most we can do is give everybody immunity and promise them that won't nothing happen to them just for a statement. I go back to this. I'm gonna tell y'all this. Shout out to Hollywood Next. I go back 2 years ago when Hollywood Next first came out. She was out for a minute. I recall a time when Hollywood Next called into TMZ and said that she knew R.Kelly. She had a story. They entertained it because they thought she was finna call in and speak negative.
The same with me.
So when they realized that she wasn't finna speak negative of R. Kelly, they fucking hung up, stopped responding, didn't want nothing else to talk about.
That was the call. That was the response I got when I called that hotline of Kim Fox.
Right.
Oh, she said it. She had to take the hotline down because so many calls on the hotline was women talking about all of the good times they had with Robert, all of the good he did. You can't mean to tell me this man in Chicago paying for funerals, donating to charity, donating to Boys and Girls
But
Club.
not only that, right before he got locked up, he paid for his teacher's home. He paid for her home.
See what I'm saying? This is what I know, man. This is what they don't want to speak on, though. But then you mean to tell me, then this girl Azrael, come on now, you send your funk ass. I don't want to talk about it. I'm gonna respect it. But you said I can't go past this. When the police came to the hotel in Florida, this is how you hit a nail on the head. When the police came to the hotel in Florida, ain't no other conclusion other than she had an ID presented showing that she was 18 years old at the time but they came in there visit because she was 17. If she would have been 17 and 1 day away from 18, they would have locked his ass up. Listen to that sheriff in Kissimmee County sheriff, and they asked him about R. Kelly. If he commit any crime in the state of Florida, them people said they were gonna lock his ass up.
Mm-hmm.
The statute of limitations
back in 2001, right?
Yes.
In 2001, he said. Then he did another interview during the time right before this shit happened. There ain't no way. How is it that these people get to
because she? If you go look at it, her ass was 18. I'm telling y'all.
Dude, she pulled the Lisa Van Allen. She pulled the Van Allen on us.
And then you go like this, right? What me and Derek was talking about. Me and Derek was talking about the same shit. Now, when he found out that something was missing out that Kool-Aid, he pulled that shit out. Get your ass back out my house. If y'all was so concerned that y'all up in this man's studio throwing rocks at the window, when this man sent this young woman home, why the hell did y'all send her back?
No, why you bring her back?
Right.
You brought her back. You
with
drove
a permission
her
slip.
back.
With a permission slip.
Even if they didn't have a permission slip, because the woman died. So we don't even know if they had a permission slip.
And you drove her back. Let's not. So since they listening to our conversations, we want y'all to know she drove her back.
So who trafficking who?
And when she went to Florida, you gotta listen to what she said when she went to California, when she went to Stockton. She told her mama, "I'm gonna call you." And the
mama paid for that ticket.
The mama bought the ticket.
So who trafficking who?
And then they saying, he doing the enticement, the mama doing the damn enticement. She's setting everything up in motion. She texting her, telling her what to do, how to do it, when to do it, see them as loud. But ain't nobody looking at that.
Because she said she wanted him. The mama wanted him.
The Savage mama wanted him too, I believe.
Man, she'd have left Angela Slow in a minute for Kel. Bye, nigga. Bye, big booty nigga.
Like he up. Tim Savage get up on here acting like he's such an upstanding, you know what I'm saying, father of the year. But when he was on the phone with Cass Jones flirting, like how you gonna sit there and say you're a man, you want your child back, you want to flirt with a whole other woman, you got a whole wife at home. But y'all want to attack Robert. Come on, man.
Man, look, it's all wild, man. They was parading their children around.
I want to see what that look like.
They was parading their children around in lingerie, man.
I mean, Angelo, you mean parading?
Why did he go after Brosnan, who was of age, and then the middle child was underage? Why did he then pursue her?
But you see how they try to set it up, though, little man. They was hoping, they was trying to get him. They was trying to bait him with the young girl.
Yeah,
paying attention to the young girl.
She was the most talented one.
Exactly.
He wasn't even paying attention to her. So when Joy went back to school, that's when he and her started conversing, and she ended up going to hook up with him. But then when she did come home to visit, they gave the girl a goddamn like she was in a drinking class, or AA class.
Who you fucking? What you doing?
He made you eat a girl. Who is this? Who is that? I'm like, I wouldn't want to be around y'all either.
And who he make you have sex with?
Who the man?
Damn. I'm like, what
why
father?
They talking about the fact how they broke up in that man's house and recorded it.
What
they don't talk about all
bro?
the fucked up shit they did. How they went all up in that man's house talking about R.Kelly got a statue of McDonald's. What type of predator want this and want that?
Man, these people is crazy. But like Kel say, how the hell I'm gonna have some girls in a basement in my house in Georgia? I don't even got a basement.
That was funny as hell. I was like, he's like, I ain't even got no fucking basement. I'm like, y'all on y'all ass, on y'all motherfucking ass. I ain't even got no basement.
Hold on. I don't think Kel slept with that drunk motherfucker. Ain't no way.
With who?
Kel.
John, I don't believe that either.
Did they see that mug shot? This nigga got a mug.
John mama.
Oh, John, no, man. Well, you know, she could take them dentures out and give a velveteen rub now.
Nah, but see, both of the mamas had. But see, I'm gonna tell you something. K. Michelle said that she saw parents when she was there. She saw these girls' parents with them at this man's house.
Dominique Gardner, mama was dating one of his bodyguards. They don't talk about that.
Well, Asante was dating one of the entourage people. But see, the thing is, I was saying this to Derek. Me and Derek was chopping it up. I said, man, all this shit go back. All this whole debacle started when Kels fired Demetrius Smith. From Demetrius Smith was the start of the allegation when he came out and said that man married Aaliyah. From that point on, every allegation that came out about this man, people took it and ran with it.
Right.
Yet to prove.
Barry Hankerson was paying Demetrius to reverse the lie. It came
now
from the
to the
Chicago
point
trial.
Y'all, I have a question. Why is it that two preachers that's supposed to be, one of them supposed to be a friend and the other one's supposed to have married him, both of them have allegations of molesting little boys?
Right. But the thing about it is all these damn crimes
that
happened around this man. Like all the crimes.
People took their crimes and placed it on R.Kelly. But the thing about it is, let me tell y'all something. We keep it real over here. And the only way we gonna get through this shit is by keeping it real.
Right.
God placed these allegations on Kel because he knew that he could handle this shit, man.
Hey, say it again, my brother.
What is these people gonna do when God wiped this slate clean and say,
"Oh my God, thank you, baby"?
Them people still gotta live with the fear. They gotta live with the lies. They got to live with the reality of the choices that they made. You can't bury a man alive,
right?
And come back and look for him, and he ain't there no more. You realize you been fucked up.
I ain't watched that damn.
But like I
ain't
said,
watched that bullshit documentary, but I see the preview of it. You notice Angelo had his ass on there, but you didn't see Alice on there.
Hell no, because Alice can't explain shit.
Anything.
Yeah.
Alice can't explain shit. Alice can't explain why she drove her fucking daughter 800 miles and all them hours to go see a dude.
And why was she writing all these letters?
She can't explain away them text messages that came up in that motion, man.
Her underage 17.
We got 1, 2, 3. You got 6 people on here. Hey, everybody on the panel, we're gonna start giving with Lavish Lady. She just came in, so we're gonna start with Lavish Lady. We're gonna give everybody 2 minutes to, we just gonna piggyback off each other. We just want to make sure everybody get a chance to voice their opinion. And we're gonna let Lavish Lady start off with, things that she see and things that she question, and then from there, we can go with Lil Mac, and then Sandra, then Derek, then Dean, and like that, so everybody get a chance to voice their opinion.
Can you say my name one more time, my brother? What's my name again?
They say Sandra on there.
Okay. All right. Thank you, baby.
All right, Lavish Lady, you got it. Go ahead.
Hello, everybody. Hello. I just red flags to me from the very beginning was the tape, the marriage, all the immunity deals. None of it added up. None of it made sense to me. And that's what made me, want to inquire more about it and dig into the case to see what was really going on. And it's a clear extortion, but why the government is going about it the way they are, we don't know. It appears to be for his, his assets, but we don't know. So we just got to hope for the best for the appeal. But he was definitely done wrong.
Oh, it was a railroad. Anytime you have a level of witness tampering, though at the level that has been done, it's a railroading. They did everything to paint this man guilty in the eyes of the public, and before he could say a word, gag order. Before he could even fight. Yeah, after Gail can't do that damage, you can't talk about it no more.
I agree. He never had a chance. He was convicted by public opinion before.
Absolutely. I mean, anytime when Bill Cosby and they did the documentary with the 50 women, and I sat there with my family and I watched it and I was livid. The more I watch, the more steamed I get. I'm like, how the hell can you do this and this man is not arrested, in jail, or anything? I'm like, this is craziness. And then you're talking about 20, 30, 40 years and you crying and all of this shit. I'm like, this is bullshit. And then, the opinions start forming and you start to see how people really feel. because there has been real victims out here in this world, and that's what they target. They literally go after victims that actually had something happen to them and really have traumas, and the ones out there marching about something that's mad at their uncle.
Or they daddy.
Right, just
or
like
daddy.
surviving R.Kelly.
Or they mad at their
women.
mama. They mad at their mama for trafficking them like Alice Clary. But they never go after the individual that they need to be going after. So they over 30 years, they propped this man up how they wanted to prop him up.
But my brother, listen, I know I'm over speaking my term, but I had to go in there to what you're just saying. Okay, the 30 years, but y'all do know that second individual that they were going after was Russell Simmons.
Absolutely.
That's who they was going after. They was literally going after Russell Simmons. And all of this here is circling around scorned women that have been scorned, that's got a problem with black men.
Yeah, and the thing about it is, people don't even understand that this is Willie Lynch right in our face. In order to get to the black man, you got to get the woman.
You got to get the woman.
And the moment that you can get the black woman to turn on the black man,
that go to family.
He wide open. That's
why they were so mad. That's why they were so mad.
You can't get government.
They were so mad at Bill Cosby's wife because she never left his side.
It tells you that you can't get government assistance if the father lives in the house. That's a setup right there. People ain't looking at that. If the daddy living there, you can't get government assistance.
But you're gonna get government assistance if you lie.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where I feel that black women, that's why I kept saying what I said. Me being a black woman, me being a woman that have lived on my own by myself, rearing 2 kids by myself, that's where my anger took place. Because how can we sit here and act like it's okay for a woman to lie on a man and in order for you to get Section 8, but my tax money, the money that I'm working hard for, I've worked for, is going toward you getting free Section 8. Something's wrong with that.
And your money going to the white police officer gunning down black men too.
So what you got to talk about, little man? I mean, Lavish Lady, you got through with what you had to go through?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay, it's Lil Mac, and I'm asking in 2023. I'm asking all of the people who appreciate the content that like coming over here. Y'all donate $1, man. Just donate $1. I'm not asking for y'all to donate $1 million, $20, $30. Just $1 will do, so I can get. I'm just trying to help with better equipment. I got a lot. I handle a lot on my own. I work a lot, but I do want to make time. This is my first live in 2 weeks because I've been grinding, trying to get some stuff together, trying to get this content to y'all. I love doing what I do. I don't do it for a living, but I also have to take my money that I earn to provide for a living. So if y'all don't mind donating $1, I appreciate it. If you can't donate $1, donate a view. You know what I'm saying? Hit that like button, share the content, get it out, because together we stand, divided we fall. If we don't come together for nothing else, this is a good cause to be here. This is a good cause that's going to change the way the world judge black men. Once our voices is heard, because right now we're being suppressed because there's so much seesawing. Once we stop pulling that tug of war and all start pulling on one side, all of us, we got to start pulling against the oppressors.
Cause think about it. Just like he said, A BOP officer took his information, gave it to a blogger. That blogger gave it to parents and government witnesses.
Hold on.
And wait, but hold on.
Lil Mac finna go. One other thing, Derek. She gave the information to a federal informant.
Right. And it contributed to his devastating outcome.
And the federal informant got leniency on his case.
Yes.
For his and the federal government said that his cooperation was outstanding.
Outstanding.
Yeah.
They gave that man a cup of coffee.
A gold star. They gave this nigga a gold star.
And the sad part about it, y'all, think about it. Think about these people that's locked up, inmates that's locked up. You done took these people's credentials. Use these people's credentials.
He got their social security number. He stole their identities.
He stole their identity. And not only that, y'all, think about it. Not one person had to show what doctor they really went to since you claim you got herpes. How do we not know y'all didn't go to the doctor that he was working with?
Well, Faye Roger mama said she don't have herpes.
No, there was remember Azrael saying she got it. So how do we not know y'all didn't go to the same doctor that this dude was working with?
Well, what did Rob doctor say? He never tested positive for it, but he was trying to slow down his sex drive.
And he said he don't have herpes.
Right.
Ain't nobody trying to give nobody no fucking disease.
But what's up, though, Lil Mac, man? What's on your mind, man?
Oh, no, just good to see y'all chopping up about the boy Kells. But yeah, man, Tasha K, you know what I'm saying, try to go back and double down on to the lady Natasha, try to say that Rob, you know what I'm saying, she had the information before Rob went to jail. That's bullshit. How can you obtain that information from a federal prison, a federal jail, knowing that he went in jail? How could you get it? How he making federal jail calls if he ain't inside the jail? That don't make sense. You lied right there. So she tried to go over there to that lady and try to double back on what she's saying, though. If I find it funny that you can talk all that shit in Africa, but you can't say nothing when you're over in the States. So I advise her to shut up because she coming out now, but she know Rob is speaking. So she trying to, know what I'm saying, clear her conscience up and try to, know what I'm saying, clear her frame of thought up for what she done did. So but now you said what you done said, you done did what you done did. It's out there.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Man, you can't give out emails if the man ain't in prison. How is he emailing on court? You can't use court links if you're not in prison.
And why were you giving it to Angelo and Tim? Why do you get this information to Angelo and Tim?
Because
why was he giving his personal information to Angelo and Tim?
They needed them emails.
Emails to start. Angelo and Tim. Angelo gave them to Rat McGee dude, and he got coerced Azrael to turn.
Exactly.
But see, I say this though, Lil Mac, she was gonna turn.
Anyway.
I tell y'all this, man. When I find the clip, the day I find this clip, I'm gonna play this shit 1,000,000 times on my channel. Greenberg did a press conference after one court hearing, and he said out of his mouth, we know that one of the girlfriends is working with the federal
government.
He said
but what he did say, Vi, after that fight, he said, I know. Remember, because he had to make sure his client was good. So what he did was have her to sign some and what she signed, he said, I know Azrael ain't saying nothing.
But check this out, y'all. People forgetting she was part of the plot to bring him down. She was along with her mother, know what I'm saying, lying about her age. So she was playing both sides, but she got in good with Rob. So she was like, "F her parents, I'm getting $5K a month."
Because the parents wanted her to send the money to them.
When Rob being pissed off with Jocelyn, she had the ammo and ammunition to turn on Rob because she already, with her attention was already set him up from the get-go. So she was playing both sides. I think she was playing both sides. You know what I'm saying?
She was, because you gotta look at it like this. The chick, why am I gonna send my money home when I'm sitting here, Joy, stacking her money? Joy get her money, she put it in savings. You get your money, your parents are calling you, blowing your phone up, expecting you to send the money back to them. Then, when she stopped sending the money to them, that's when Alice, well, do Rob need a driver? You know, that's when they start pitching all these ideas to try to get employed.
Right.
So you can't tell me that y'all felt y'all daughter was a hostage at one point, but y'all try to get employed by this man. Y'all pitched deals to this man to try to invest with y'all.
But remember, Tim lied too. Tim said that Rob took his daughter out of college, and that girl wasn't in college.
People said that Rob and Angelo used to FaceTime each other all the time while she was with him, and they used to conversate and sit on the phone for hours talking about.
And I said this too for a fact, look, Matt. I said, Azrael, you go back on my channel a year or so ago. I say she is an accomplice to the setup. I said that's just like me, Lil Mac, and Derek in a car, and they say, Big Bob, we want you to drive, pull up at this bank, and they hop out and go and come drop back in the car with masks on, with bags of money. I'm an accomplice. I can't say I don't know what they went in there for. If they hop out with guns, with ski masks on, then guess what? I know what. They in that bitch to rob the bank. And now, I had a choice. By the time they in that bank robbing it, to get out that car and go tell. Hey, my friend just hopped out the car, went in there and robbed the bank. But they dropped her off. They coached her. If you look at it from the beginning, they coached her from the beginning from the introduction. From introducing her to Cam, she was coached the whole time what to do, what to say, how to act.
And I believe she was in contact with her parents. How did Angelo know where to go and Tim them know where to go here? And there's somebody they was in contact.
But no, man, you gotta go back. Your daughter is threatening to commit suicide. You take her to an 18+ concert. How did she get in there? They say it's alleged that Cheryl Mack got them into the concert.
And my thing is, if Sharon Mack was buying the plane tickets, how the fuck you didn't know Azrael was 17 or 18? She could have been in on it. You get what I'm saying? She
was in on it. She was in on it because I was listening to her testimony. Kenneth called her out on a whole lot. She was a part of the setup.
Then she making $100-some thousand a year with no fucking experience.
And she was double dipping. She was literally double dipping.
She did something to that girl. Something. She was dating her son London on the track. Ain't that her son?
Yeah.
Her one time. I think they had a big falling out.
But Cheryl Mack is also on his albums as a writer.
What?
Yeah. She gets the same shit as Barry Hankerson as a producer and she.
Right.
And trust me, she ain't wrote nothing.
Prima Donna showed it on her channel.
But I'm saying she ain't wrote nothing. I promise you that.
Because I swear to Almighty God, the only thing Barry Hankerson ever wrote was Little Cute Aaliyah's Got It. That's it.
People don't know that Barry Hankerson got a $94 million, know what I'm saying, death insurance policy on Aaliyah. He said if she would have lived, that with the money she would have made. And he didn't give her parents probably half of that money. $94 million? That don't sound right.
No, and he put that policy on her right before she got on that plane.
That dude right there, that's a damn devil right there. That's the walking devil.
If you want to go back, and get somebody,
I said I thought all record labels had insurance policies on their artists.
Yeah, they get insurance policies on all their clients, on all their artists.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he upped that policy. From my understanding, he upped that policy on her.
Say it was the week before. It was the week before she got ready to go to the
Before
Bahamas.
she got ready to get on.
She didn't want to get on that plane. They had to drug her to get on that plane. She didn't want to get on that plane. She said, "I don't want to get on this plane." They drugged that young lady, man. Then my thing is though, too. This should speak volumes. Everybody got something to say about Aaliyah and Rob and his marriage, and now they talking about a sex tape. If Aaliyah was truly a victim, her mother would have came and testified for the prosecution in New York.
Did y'all hear what you call her speaking? They spoke up for what's her name? What's her name? Her and Aaliyah was lovers at one point.
Missy Elliott.
Yeah, Missy Elliott.
I can believe that. I can believe that.
She spoke up for Rob, and the Brat spoke up for Rob. They said that, but what's the name? She really disappointed me. The other hooker, she disappointed me.
Lisa Ray.
Because check this out.
Lisa Ray.
Let's keep it all the way real. After Aaliyah died, Missy did songs with him, Timbaland did songs with him, Genuine did songs with him, and I'm telling you, she was kicking it with them. They was all cool, and if anything would have happened, I'm sure she would have told at least one of them.
Thank you.
And they all did music and business with that man. Seriously, so
Kelly was on one of Missy Elliott albums
on a song called "That's What I'm Talking About."
Yeah.
She said, "I know this man. The lies that these people are saying on this, that man did not do the stuff that they're saying he did." She said because he has been around so many people that he could have easily, because what she's looking at is these women. Y'all not even on his level for him to even want or think to do that to either one of y'all, because he just felt sorry for you, and that's just Rob. Feeling sorry for people.
Well, I mean, I agree. I think if Aaliyah was violated in any type of way after, 20 years, I think her family would have said something by now if that was the case.
Yeah.
I don't think that was the case.
I mean, but it ain't just violated too, Miss Lavish Lady. The type of violations that they saying that he got her pregnant, he married her. All this shit can be marriage can be scientifically proven.
Yeah, that shit came up in
marriage be found if it.
You know what I'm saying? Marriage. Come on, man. This is shit. The allegations that they are saying. This shit is like it ain't no. We just had a relationship. Oh, I kissed you on the jaw. These people going so far as to saying that he got this woman pregnant and she had an abortion. Then he married.
No, they're saying the baby is alive.
Oh,
of course they gonna say that shit because they don't know a damn thing.
Tiffany Hawkins trying to put that baby on Rob. What a damn baby! She never produced a damn baby.
That's Demetrius' child.
I believe
that's Demetrius' child.
Everybody know that's Demetrius' damn baby.
Demetrius be admitting a lot of shit if y'all just listen to what he be saying. He said he took Tiffany to Susan Logan, but she cut him out the deal.
Mm-hmm.
That was the lick. He would get the girls, take them to Susan Logan's. They cut him a little kickback.
He got no money.
That's why.
But you also got to go through the sister. You got to listen to the sister's story too, because the sister, when Demetrius went to prison, the sister kept all the information supposedly in her garage. And when he got out, then all of a sudden this stuff come about.
Mm-hmm. Well, then he lied to say Kels fired him in 96. He got fired in 95.
95.
He sold that fucking fake marriage certificate. And what he bought from a public official was he bought a marriage certificate. He never bought a fucking ID. He never bought an ID.
You making a good point. What if this nigga went and got that fake ID and did all this shit? And then
he didn't even get the ID because you gotta go back.
He didn't get no ID.
He got a fake ass marriage license.
Yeah,
the
he's so
ID make
divided.
no
Yeah,
sense. The ID make no sense if it don't even have an age on it.
Why?
So
You look, check this shit out. Why make 2 steps when you can only make 1?
One step and just buy the certificate. Boom.
Why make 2 steps? Why I'm gonna pay this motherfucker when I can go pay this motherfucker?
So that's very possible just to get that piece of paper. Very.
I mean, seriously.
And after all of this crap happened, that's when Rob cut his ass loose, told him don't come back around him no more. Because remember, Demetrius was coming around in a black van.
Anywhere we can find documents of like Aaliyah songwriting. But you look at this with Aaliyah being a smart young lady that she was. If you go on here, I'm gonna put this document, this certificate. So you mean to tell me she signed this certificate? If you look at the handwriting, this handwriting is consistent with 2 old motherfuckers. Aaliyah was she was more modern than they was, so her handwriting wouldn't have looked.
And then her name so pretty, she ain't gonna write it like bullshit.
And because she didn't do it, she did not do it, and Robert didn't either. It's 2 different signatures on, and it's 2 different marriages.
Can you pull up one of Aaliyah's signatures?
I'm gonna have to try to Google some stuff while we on here.
Google one of her signatures because that's bullshit.
It cannot be found in the court of law. It was only found on Vibe magazine.
And you can tell that marriage
no, remember, it's 2. What you showing Vibe is 2 different marriage certificates. It's 2.
But I'm looking at the handwriting though.
But I'm gonna tell you one thing. Your signature is your signature.
If you pay attention to it, all the handwriting is the same except the clerk.
Yeah.
Your signature is your signature. And she was 14 years old, and her signature from that point was her signature for the rest of her life. Promise you. And had been her signature for a long time.
They say Kel's signature is like a piano or whatever.
Yeah. So he write his name, and then in the R, he somehow fashions that thing into a piano. It's crazy. It's dope.
So you look at this shit like, what the fuck? All this handwriting is the same except these signatures by the clerk, this Coretta, whoever this is. But if you see his name, Nathan name, you see Aaliyah name, Robert, I guess that's Robert Kelly. I don't know what the fuck that is.
Let me take I actually got to take my glasses off to look at that shit, man.
Okay, y'all. Let me ask y'all this here. Okay, so this is
no,
90.
That ain't that man's signature, bro. That ain't that man's signature. That ain't even how he write. Nope, I ain't going. You can look at that and tell.
And remember, where is JRock? JRock already told us Rob was not in.
Why they ain't getting no signature experts on this?
Thank you. Well, and remember, Ann Donnelly knocked all of that out. A lot of this stuff that people keep saying that Greenberg was not doing, she denied a lot of things.
She denied them because Kenny tried to bring in video evidence of Azrael off of YouTube. She
allowed videos to come in at the 9th hour. She was like, I was over the weekend, I had a epiphany, and I think and Rob looked like, what the hell are you talking about? How you gonna allow a video to come in that was supposed to be done in the beginning?
She didn't, you know what I'm saying? That lady right there, woo.
But when she sentenced him, she said, before your case ever hit my desk, I already gave you 30 years. So you gave this man 30 years for what?
And then if you look at the shit they were trying to accuse him of, it ain't even like a federal crime. It's at most, it's misdemeanor.
It's a misdemeanor. And you're trying to make him out to be a monster. But the people don't understand, all of these artists and entertainers don't understand, is how they are coming after our black men.
Mm-hmm. They dehumanize us.
Every rapper,
Thank you.
every R&B singer and country singer, oh, no, commit the man that. Hell, we commit the man that. We can find a woman across state, take a woman across state line.
Oh, and let me tell y'all this here. That's what y'all gotta pull up. In the court, when what's his name went to court, do y'all not know they literally said they don't want that nigga touching their daughter? They don't want that they don't want to ever see that nigga ever touching their daughter.
Who said that?
That was part of that Man Act, yes.
Wow.
That's why they have a problem with black men being with white women. They don't want no nigga touching their daughter.
Oh yeah, that is a part of that. I'm sorry, you damn right about that.
The other part of the Tory Lane shit.
No, the actual Man Act. The Man Act. The actual law.
The boxer that was dating white girl back in the day.
The actual law. And he was married to that woman. And the mama didn't like it.
Man Act too?
Facts. Nah,
he was married to the woman. The mama didn't like it. So when they went from Illinois to Indiana, they called the police on him.
Facts.
And and let them know where they was going, all that shit.
And it's so crazy that fucking greaseball Jim Derrick. How is this dude Jim Derrick? Let's go to Jim Derrick. JRock, what's up, man?
JRock was good.
Big
bro.
What's going on?
What up, Lil Mac? What up?
What up, D?
Happy New Year to everybody.
Hey, D, I seen you
Happy New Year.
You was breaking that heat. Somebody had pissed you out. You was going in, my boy.
Oh, what? When you talking about on the you talking about on the shit with on Ratchet?
Yeah, on Ratchet. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yo, bro. You know me, Lil Mac. I ain't gonna lie. That should be really getting me in my feelings to where it's like
I had to come in there and I had to come in there with him. I was like, no.
I'm not gonna lie, like when it come to this Kels thing, like not for not really get passionate, I get in my feelings, cause it's like not for nothing, like I grew up on that man, like I grew up. I'm 28 years old.
If people can just stop and just, you know what I'm saying, stop listening to what the mainstream media is saying and do your own research, it's right there in your face. These people are criminals, liars, extortionists, money hungry, fame. Just think about it. If Tim Savage really cared about his daughter, why he keep doing all these goddamn paid interviews, and get paid off on? If I was looking truly sincerely trying to get my daughter and bring her back home, I wouldn't be going on every damn documentary trying to say something. That let me know right now you're a clout chaser. You're trying to do this for fame. I want to be on every one, maybe the first one, and that'd be it. But you want all four of them motherfuckers.
Exactly. Like you get what I'm saying? It's like, yo, and you know, like not for nothing, a lot of people my age, they really got this thing in their head, like they don't, like, you get what I'm saying, they don't really know so much, so my shit keep going in and out. But yeah, nah, a lot of people that's my age, they already got this, like they already brainwashed.
I know, D. I mean, you around about the same age,
yeah,
bro.
you know what I'm saying? They already got this. They already brainwashed to where it's like, you get what I'm saying? Like, to where they think like everything is so negative about him. But like, see, my generation was the last where it's like, where you still got some people that, you feel me, like kind of still love Kels, because due to the fact of the whole Space Jam and all that, like, you know what I'm saying? So like I still feel like I gotta go hard and I gotta like come with it for my mans, yo. Like I just love Kels, man, and I'm not just giving up on him like that. I'm sorry. Like I don't want people think I don't want people thinking like, yeah, I'm over
like
here
what
trying
Cassidy
to support.
said. Cassidy made a great point. He's like, everybody want to put this stigma on R.Kelly, but it was a lot of niggas in the industry doing the same thing that he was accused of. But y'all getting these niggas passes, but y'all won't give him. If he did it, why y'all won't give him a pass? Like you just can't, you know what I'm saying? Say, oh, let's say it's a big vibe, you know what I'm saying? He doing something wrong, and then he get charged for it. I'm doing just as much the dirt as he doing, and they let me get away with it. That ain't right.
To my thing, I don't want people going with that because I don't want them being on some, oh, you only giving him a pass because you a fan of him. Now the facts that we bringing on our situation, like we bringing facts to where it's like, yo, the shit that they doing ain't right, bro. And it's like people really get mad when you come with facts to where it's like, yo, bro, I'm not just doing it because I'm a fan, bro. Nah, I'm doing it because, yo, it's bull.
Shit.
And my shorty keep calling me. That shit they doing, bro, that could be anybody.
They don't let Dean be great.
Shit. Yeah, but in case maybe they did, like, I'm saying that to say this. That could be our uncles. That could be any male figure, and the way they doing him ain't right, y'all. Like that shit is just not right. Like,
yeah, my thing is if he is guilty of something, they still ain't doing it right because y'all basically, you know what I'm saying, he already faced 30. Why do y'all need to put out another fucking documentary? Why? Like, what?
Because they put out another documentary because they feeling themselves. Let me tell you what this is. You know what happened? Hold on right quick, just a second. What they have become is greedy, right?
And prideful.
And thing is this, right? You let a person, if you let a person steal $10 and you say, you know, I ain't gonna say nothing about it, but I know that $10 gone. But it's only $10. I ain't gonna say nothing about it. But for them, they feel like they done got away with it. So they gonna come back and you leave $20 laying down, they gonna steal the $20. And just because you don't say nothing about it, they feel as though they didn't got away with it. But you see,
but we also got to know that he's got a sentencing coming up, and that's more the reason why they went ahead and pushed this.
Well, we won't. But see, the thing about it, Nissimo, it all has to come out. See, the thing about it is, they playing spades when Tails is playing chess.
And
they gonna show their hand.
Anyway,
they gonna play all they spades. They gonna sit here and wonder how did a man beat us when he only had 3 spades in his hand, and we had all the rest of them. How did he win?
But you know what, Vi? You know what, Vi?
Well, they had a club. And instead of them playing a club on a book they were going to lose, they played a spade.
My fault, y'all. My fault, y'all. My mom just had called me. My fault. But yeah.
Mo said, I'm a little late on this, but I had a yearbook with Aaliyah's signature in it, and that's not her handwriting. Exactly.
So what happened is the federal government prosecutors, they gonna run out of spades eventually. And then when it all comes out, we know Kel's gonna be. He should have won 3 books, but somehow he only got 2. How did that happen? When they look back through the cards and look back through everything, they gonna see, whoa, hold on, this is a misplay right here.
Yo, bro.
Y'all made a miss. They done stuck themselves in the foot. They done played Russian roulette. They done did everything but died yet. The federal government.
They didn't have no case because none of these women, you know what I'm saying, went to the police or made a police report. They went to Lifetime. Then Kim Fox came out and started to listen to motherfuckers to come forward. So what the government did when the people that they got they came for the lie, they crammed everything they could on them and throw it at them. What stick? They ain't have none because that's why they fucked all that shit up. If you just break that, if you take the RICO away, this man would be there wouldn't even be them no real charge. That'd be like misdemeanor, like simple shit. Like
Exactly.
When can you go to jail for controlling somebody? I never heard nobody going to jail for controlling or brainwashing.
No, with somebody going in your house and they all over your house and they telling you go sit your ass down.
Right.
But Ann Donnelly even said it though. Out of all the shit that she did do, the one thing that she did say that she can't take back is that none of these girls were minor.
Hey, Big Vibe. This shit is just, it's just crazy. It's like, as I said, when you sit down and just really like I tell people, take your emotion out of it. When you really sit down and just look at the case, bro, it's like, it's I'm just sitting here saying to myself, like, my mom and my lady and everybody out here spending their hard tax-earned money, money that y'all taking taxes out of their check for these bullshit. Like, bro, it's nothing but a bunch of bullshit.
Like, and then they trying to wash away the shit that Avenatti just got convicted. They trying to wash away. Nobody talking about Weinstein just got found guilty. Ain't nobody talking about this shit no more.
And the sad part about it, how do we even know that these people are even locked up?
See, exactly. But
I want to speak on this right here.
But this is my thing. Even with like
that motherfucker right there, she got the nerve to come on Surviving R.Kelly talk about R.Kelly, but you sit around by a damn product every day at that damn radio station.
Facts. See,
she never but a freak, industry freak anyway.
See, like with Weinstein and shit, people like making it like a white and a black thing. With even like, I even tell my girl, I be like, not for nothing. Like with even Weinstein,
his case should not be found guilty of none of that.
I'm saying, and again, I'm saying, like, you know how you get. I'm saying this is a white man, and it's coming from out of a black person. Like, I'm like, bro, that man ain't do nothing crazy or nothing wrong. I'm just like, bro, when y'all
what they do is they put somebody like Weinstein out there to throw us off. Well, they going after all the black men. They going now. We gotta go after Harvard. That way, we put Harvard out there. They gonna say, "Hey, we just attacking black."
Exactly. Cause thank you.
But do y'all do know that he's still on?
Cause I said when you look at Harvey, it's like, bro, the man was just on a video saying, he basically was just saying, come on, don't ruin whatever, don't ruin what he said 2 minutes or whatever case may be. He said, that was that. Y'all making it seem like this man fucking went and pinned this bitch down, beat her up, do all this extra shit. I'm just in my head like, this is crazy, bro. Like,
but they didn't take his stuff away from him when it comes to Disney. He still owns his parts of Disney.
Thank you. All his films, whatever the case may be, and it's like, bro, people forgetting to realize that man was a director and he was a producer. So he really getting the money. Like, not for nothing. Kells ain't own none of his shit, bro. So it's like y'all going that hard just to deplete and like put a financial.
And not only him. Now you see they going after Kanye. What we're not gonna do? We're not gonna sit here.
Kanye been missing for 14 days.
What?
Kanye just fell out. He went off the radar.
Really missing? Or do you think he,
No, I think he purposely went off. I think he purposely went off the radar.
He did. He purposely went off.
Yeah, that's a.
You know what?
I'm gonna tell y'all this here from. I'm telling y'all.
You never know in that industry though.
But
I'm gonna tell y'all this here from someone in Thailand, and these are the big wigs. They are livid. When I say livid, they're livid. They're saying to us The United States sent him to us, and we got him. They're talking about Robert.
Facts. You know, there's a lot that I want to say. So
come on with it, JRock. You got the flow. Let everybody give JRock the flow. Let him go. He just came in. JRock, you got about 3 to 5 minutes, man. Come on with it, man.
It's all yours right now. You like LeBron right now. Do your thing.
All right. Well, let me start off by saying this. Somebody, y'all had a discussion earlier talking about Aaliyah, and everybody was talking about all the things that was going on with Aaliyah. All you have to do is go back to the movie Romeo Must Die. Go to the 24-minute mark of that movie. And when you play 30 seconds from that moment, you're gonna see R.Kelly's poster of his 4th album dead in the background. So here's question number 1. If R.Kelly has done anything wrong, inappropriate whatsoever to Aaliyah, why would that man's fourth album poster be in the background of a movie she was featured in? And you know that movies go through several editing processes before they even hit the theaters. So would somebody like to explain to me how the executive producers, directors, writers, editors all missed that scene with that poster of R. Kelly's album in the background when Aaliyah walked out that music store? Hell, didn't DJ Vlad just do an interview with Isaiah Washington? And Isaiah Washington talked about how he had a crush on Aaliyah?
Facts.
So
Did
how
R.Kelly do anything with that soundtrack?
Not from what I know of, but I know that man's poster was in the background of that movie, and that poster could have even been moved, but Aaliyah never requested that poster to be moved. You know, her family was on the movie set when she was doing the movie, so you know they had to see it. So once again, if that man did anything inappropriate to her, why would that man's poster be in the background of a movie she was featured in when everybody could see it?
Because he was hitting at mama. He wasn't hitting Aaliyah.
And same reason why his name would be in the Landfair's obituary.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
That right there would explain a lot based upon that. And the way and I've been saying this the whole damn time. That whole marriage certificate, I saw the date, September 6, 1994. So my question is, how did R. Kelly get off tour so quick to come back to Chicago to sign a marriage certificate? The man was the man was in Chicago before that. Because when he was in Lafayette, Louisiana, when he had that concert, he came back to Chicago to meet with his lawyer. So he was already there for a couple of days. So I'm wondering if that September 6th date was even valid, because he was there before that. And then by the time he came back to Lafayette, it was on Labor Day weekend, which would have been between September 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Because he had to come back. So he had to come back to Lafayette to go to court. And there was news footage on KLFY TV 10 of him going to court with his lawyer.
I have a question for y'all, because I know y'all remember. When was Scottie Pippen in the studio with Rob?
That was like 2019.
2017.
You talking about when they was making the show with him, when it was him and Michael Blackson, and it was making
Friends and Family.
Friends and Family.
Uh-huh.
That had
to be very ending of 2018 or very beginning of 2019.
I think it was 2017, somewhere like y'all.
2016,
huh?
It was like 2016, 2017.
Okay, well, the reason why I'm asking this here, y'all, remember I told y'all to go look it up, the old preacher. Why the preacher is taking a picture with Scottie Pippen during that time? Oh.
Oh. Is that a preacher?
The preacher.
I have a question.
Reverend Dr. Nathan.
I have a question for the panel. we know that he's been extorted. We know that the people that have come out are not victims. Um we know that the
Who been
court
extorted?
system
Kels?
has yes.
Oh,
We know that the court system has railroaded him. So at this point in the game, what do we do as supporters to see that justice is had at the end of the day?
Can I answer? I have a suggestion, and I made a suggestion before, and I don't know if anybody paid attention to the suggestion that I made. Since New York is over, and we know that we got the sentencing coming for Chicago, I suggested that we role play everything that happened in New York and Chicago where the public can see it. And that way, when you role play those transcripts out, it's going to be some things that we have read that when we role play it out, it's going to raise a lot of eyebrows, and that should actually help him in his sentencing. Just like they're doing that documentary of this surviving lies, we can role play that transcript out. And I mean, everybody learn their part and role play that transcripts out. And I promise you, where it is going to be shared to the mainstream media, everybody gonna get it.
Yeah, I believe that young lady that testified in Chicago, Rob, and her wasn't, you know what I'm saying, fooling around till she was of age, because 1998 and 99, that young lady was on tour at that time and overseas. And then people not realizing, they want to sit there talking about he on the tape. Well, let's say he is on the tape. People forget late of 2001, R.Kelly cut his hair. So late, if it was late 2001 and she was on that tape, that girl was of age around by that time.
Well, that's not the same. Remember, the girl could not remember her age. That's not the girl, because it's a Rashawn.
I know. I was just making a point. I was making a point, man. Like if they want to say
no. I'm saying, but I know what you're saying, but I'm saying it's a Rashona and a Rashonda. So the reason why that she couldn't remember her age is because the one that was of age was that which is her cousin. That's who was on the tape.
Right.
You know what? There was something I wanted to mention right quick. I was on the.
I thought it was the Atlanta girl that was.
I just want to ask you a question. Y'all think Rob like white women?
He messed with a white
girl.
girl.
He was dating a girl.
Yeah.
Rob said he like women.
He don't discriminate.
No. I'm just asking y'all. I just want to know, like.
He like white women.
Yeah,
but I don't think he gonna deal with no American women no more.
Yeah, she came out and said he treated her very well.
Y'all seen in the new shit now, supposedly a victim the whole time. The Sonia chick, I'm thinking in the remember the Sonia chick was one of the victims that was in the New York trial. I'm thinking that chick was a black chick the whole time. This was a white girl from Utah.
But do y'all remember they protected her? They covered her head, covered her face, and that's the one that was in constant communication with Aunt Donnelly.
You can. I can't really.
But Queen, you see, they was doing all that. I didn't understand that on the show. They doing all that, and then they show her face and shit. I'm just like, yo, like, y'all are just so contradicting here. Like,
you know
like,
what? Here's the deal with that. The one thing that caught my attention, the one thing that caught my attention about this last surviving R. Kelly, it wasn't who was on it, it's who wasn't on it that caught
Thank you.
When you don't see, because you don't see Demetrius Smith on this one, but yet they trying to throw Demetrius Smith under the bus. Motherfucker, y'all put him on there in the surviving R. Kelly the first time. The same Demetrius
Claire needed JRock.
Yeah, so Demetrius Smith, who lied on the stand in New York, because evidently when you don't mention that the man you're supposed to be a manager of got into an altercation with his crew, which would actually show up, talk about if he had any kind of violence, but you don't mention that on the stand, that tells a lot. You don't mention Michael Avenatti wasn't in it for obvious reasons. Alex Clary wasn't on it because she got exposed.
And people don't know that Demetrius be telling on himself after Rob fired his ass. Well, guess who he started going to live with? Barry Hankerson in California.
Facts.
Baby, stop saying California, huh? They in Atlanta.
No, Barry Hankerson live in Los Angeles.
Baby, Barry Hankerson got a ranch in Atlanta, Georgia.
No, I was talking about after he fired him in 1995. He went out there to live with him.
Yeah, and see, like I said, it's just the way everything was laid out. When I started noticing who wasn't on there, that alone spoke volumes to me, because I already knew. Because I knew a long time ago. Look, y'all on here, y'all scrambling, y'all trying to do more remixes than R. Kelly on this bullshit.
But remember, Shanti McGee already tried to clean it up. You know, she done backtrack back. She done did the moon slide and everything else, because she trying to keep up with the lies she done told. No, we didn't. It wasn't no underage. No, wasn't nobody under. What? That's not what you said. That's not what Tim told you to say.
And my thing is with her is, how the hell can you write a book about Rob and you claim you want to live with him but for 3 weeks? So that
and you wasn't even sleeping with him.
Right. She was trying to be his assistant.
And you know what else got me? When Dana had the live on Rump, and then this chick named Ebony, who jumped up and said that, you know, she was in the R. Kelly video from the TP3 Reloaded album, the Players Only. She was like the lead chick in the video. She said
who said this?
I forgot her last name, but her first name is Ebony. I forgot her last name though. But she said she was the lead girl in the Players Only video featuring the game. And she said, shortly after that, after doing it, I ran into Aaliyah. How? That album came out 2005. Aaliyah died in 2001. What the hell did you do? Did you get a Ouija board? Did you do a seance? And that's how you got in contact with Aaliyah?
Well, them people over there on the other side said that they was in contact with Aaliyah too.
But hold on, this right here was from the trial. This is part of the transcript. They talk about what you see on the screen. Say the government clearly seeks to rely on Dr. Turner testimony to bolster the credibility of certain minors who the evidence will show were not minors at the time of their sexual relationship with the defendant. So the government, they prevented a lot of shit from being brought forward.
That's why we got to do what we got to do.
This is in the transcript. It's saying none of these women were minors at the time of them having a sexual relationship with R. Kelly.
That's why I said, Big Five, we got to role play these transcripts out and let the world hear it.
You see, I told people a long time ago, a while back, when you start seeing people and you start finding out that people are full of shit, it starts to show. I got into I was in a chat with a lady a while back, and they were talking about the album that got leaked, you know, quote unquote leaked. I'm sorry, and then they was talking about how and I was talking about how that album came out and what it was really behind, and what was really behind it. Then this one lady jumped up and said that he peed on a minor and he married Aaliyah when he was a child. You're defending a pedophile man. Do better. That's what she told me. Now, my response to her, when I responded back to her, my response was, really? Do better? Why don't you do better and research? And I said, did you know that when that sex tape came out, that the man in it had 3 different hairstyles on the same damn tape? The man, and how can that be when R.Kelly was bald headed the whole damn year? And I also said, I know who wasn't on that tape. I said, I know who was on that tape, and it wasn't R.Kelly. And I said, I dare you to ask me who it was. And as far as that Aaliyah marriage goes, I said that marriage certificate was so fake you could wipe your ass with it. And I got more info about that fake marriage too. That woman came back on. Not only did she not comment, but she deleted her comment. She deleted what? Because I was looking.
It's funny that the ones that like to talk shit don't know nothing about the case or the facts of the case. They just run out with the mainstream media. Say,
but look at even when Lisa Van Allen said that she was on the tape with the girl on the tape, and they asked the girl in court, "Do she know Lisa? Have she ever seen this woman?" She like, no.
Tracy Sampson did the same thing. She was trying to say that she was on tape with Rashana.
Then they asked did she know Tracy?
A picture of Rashana. She didn't know who the hell she was.
Exactly. See?
This shit really happened in court, man. Where people was, where people was at, I don't know where they was at. I don't know what they were
and
looking
then they
at.
try to get smart.
Well, you know we got this right here though.
Yeah.
Hold on, let's see.
Could anybody do me a favor and answer me this question?
Yo, not to cut you off though. Not to cut you off though, JRock. But see, in this recent bullshit one, man's fucking faith gonna get on and talking about, they don't they don't prep us. They just tell us to go in there and tell the truth. I'm in my head like, bullshit.
That's a lie. As Rap kept saying on the stand, they asked her a question on redirect, and she say, "I didn't say that. The government said that."
The government said it. That's what she said.
Kept saying that shit.
But,
you know how.
But she said that nobody prepped her.
You know how I know she full of bullshit. Cause not for nothing, even for fucking, I had like a little bullshit ass fucking a bullshit ass little civil suit, and they fucking prep the shit out my ass.
They prep you before they do anything.
And that was just for some little shit like that. You got what I'm saying? Like, not for nothing. This is a big ass super case revolving R.Kelly.
But see, she thinking that you're talking about
coming. She said she visited the federal government for like 3 weeks.
See,
fucking with my daughter, the truth is gonna come out. You need to fucking leave her alone. Wait a minute. So Tamara knows already? Yeah. She know the truth? Hell yeah. I told her. So then I don't understand.
The Lifetime got it right.
Yeah, clown. But they still allowing them to be a part of it. But you know why? They spent over $3, $4, $5 million, and it's too late to edit this shit and take them out. That's some crazy shit. Fucking with my daughter, the truth is gonna come out. You need to fucking leave her alone. Wait a minute, hold on. So Tamara knows already? Yeah, she know the truth? Hell yeah, I told her. So that's how they know all of the truth about these people, but they still allowing them to be a part of it. They spent over $3, $4, $5 million. It's too late to edit this shit and take them out.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Just a second. Hold on. Let's see what this motherfucker had to say.
I need to make sure she's okay. Like, I've been okay for 3 years prior. That's where I drew my line. Because at that point, I was an adult. And at that point, I felt like I was okay. So to believe something like that, so extreme, so bizarre, so outrageous, I just couldn't even fathom my parents believing something as bizarre as that. I just really couldn't.
And they were believing 97 baby girl. 97 baby girl who sent Angelo and Tim on a fishing expedition.
Who y'all think 97 baby girl? Well, I thought that was Ashanti McGee.
We haven't talked after 16. That's when you graduated. That's when things went blank.
It didn't go blank, but communication slowed down because at that point I was an adult.
No, he didn't push the timeline back talking about she graduated when she was 16.
No, she didn't. She didn't graduate.
You hear what he just said?
It didn't go blank.
Lying ass.
That's when you graduated.
Thank you, Queen.
Listen.
And that's fair. But what you gotta understand is we haven't talked after 16. That's when you graduated. That's when
He said, we haven't talked to you since you was 16. That was after you graduated. Listen to what he said. This is Angelo.
Because Gunjina caught his ass and called him in a lie and pointed it out that she didn't graduate.
Hold on. Listen. What did he say though?
Something as bizarre as that, I just really couldn't.
and that's fair. But what you gotta understand is we haven't talked after 16. That's when you graduated. That's when things went blank.
So I thought it was. I thought she left when she was 17.
She left when she was 17.
She was 17 3 months prior to her turning 18, right? So how
that's
the fuck
what he claimed.
Now he on this show claiming that he hadn't heard from her since she was 16. That's when she graduated.
Okay,
now,
but listen. If you go back to when he was on Dana and him and Larry was going at it, remember Larry said the damn girl was 18.
She was. I believe she was because of the hotel incident.
Because he was trying to say Larry was trying to sleep with Azrael.
I believe that.
Larry looked like
not
a
for nothing.
the
Larry guy, like not for nothing, he a creep. He trying to make it seem like he was just over there doing good deeds. Like,
no, Larry only got intertwined with this case for the same reason why Michael Avenatti got into this.
Thank you.
Exactly. I agree with you. Cause not for nothing. Around the time when he met her, wasn't he already doing fraud cases and all that?
Yes.
Trying to take money from the government. Yeah. Exactly. So that makes even perfect sense.
And I'll tell you something else. And I'm gonna say this to this day. And people probably heard me say this. I'm gonna say it again. When Azrael was on that little phone call on the speaker, that wasn't R.Kelly on that phone call.
Thank you.
That was Larry on that phone.
That was Larry.
And when she was at the hospital, he talking about Bear.
Yeah, come on,
man. This nigga finna cry in jail in front of all these people. They just want us to think that R.Kelly is a hoe.
Exactly.
The man lives in Chicago on the South Side with millions of dollars.
Like nothing, and that was a whole act to make him look like a sucker.
But the person who pissed me off is Shabazz. You know, the dude Shabazz.
Oh, say it again.
Yo,
him running around here talking about what he got and what he can do. If he puts something out, R.Kelly ain't never coming home. Nigga, stop making all these fucking threats, man.
Not for nothing. He's a clown and he make my city look bad. I be looking.
You coming out with all
dude is goofy.
You come out here making address. You saying that shit because you doing the same shit that Don Russell did. I got what it takes to free R.Kelly. Now the feds finna come pick you up to try to see what you got. Oh, I got what I if I put out what I put out, that nigga ain't never coming home. Well then what you want the people come knock on your door and ask you ass? Hey, we want to know what you got.
Shabazz is another Tasha K. He only do shit that's gonna benefit him and his family. 1 minute he be act like he for Kels, the next minute he turn around like he against Kels.
Have you seen the nigga with that camera on? That motherfucker look like Charlie Murphy, man.
If y'all heard him when he was speaking, saying that he was getting ready to open his studio, this nigga wanted to be robbed so bad.
Yo, not for nothing, Queen. He was on there trying to fake shit on kids talking about, oh, he was like, yeah, I be around all sorts of people.
Then look what he said he was hanging with.
He was
hanging with Carrie. All of a sudden he said I've been around R.Kelly way before. Man, get your lying ass on that.
He's sitting there talking about, yeah. He was sitting there saying, I'll be around. I'd have been around so many people. I'd have been around so many people. And he's sitting there talking about, I'll be around people that's way more important than Kels. I'm in my head like not for nothing.
He just like Choke. That's why Choke gotta pay. That's why Choke No Joke gotta play his whole catalog before he go before his live stuff. Nobody listening to that shit.
I'm like my head like whether you like it or not. Ain't too many musicians more important than Kels. The only musician that you can actually sit there and say is probably that's more important than Kels.
Look what the Billboard Top 100 did. Writers, what they say, singers and writers of all time. If you ain't got Michael Jackson or R. Kelly, Luther Vandross, none of these motherfuckers even own the top 10.
How long? Wait a minute. How recent was this? How long ago was this?
What?
Man, I just seen this shit on somebody reposted on one of them R. Kelly groups on Facebook.
We talk about
what you call them? Hell, I remember the Huffington Post had one talk about the top 10 best producers in hip hop, R&B, whatnot. I've seen first of all, the fact that you don't have that R. Kelly wasn't even on the list, that was already a travesty, number one. The other ones that they had on there, you had people like you had Teddy Riley at number 9. How the fuck?
Oh, yo, Vi, I know exactly what you're talking about. They had not for nothing. I had somebody posted on my Facebook. I had to wild them up. They posted wild bullshit names. I said, yo, not for nothing. The only I remember they had Mariah Carey and Whitney Houston on the list. I had to tell people, I had to say, yo, not for nothing. Whether you may disagree or you may not like that man, whatever the case may be, I say, yo, Mariah Carey and Whitney Houston are the only 2 people on that list that y'all can actually sit there and say is either better than him or in the same talks as him.
But you can't be better than the GOAT. If you had to go to R. Kelly
they're not better than him.
Ain't nobody better than Rob. Rob is the GOAT.
Now, Mama Love, I'm not saying they are. I'm just saying. But that's what.
Let's go on and just keep it real. Beyonce, she wish she could. Beyonce want her some Rob. She knows she want her some Rob.
But this is what I'm saying though. I'm just saying out of the people on the list, I'm saying yo, Whitney Houston and Mariah Carey are the only 2 people on that list that you could.
Whitney Houston can blow though. Whitney Houston can really sing.
If you had to call that little phone and speak to Rob and say, I need you, I can't put you above him. Let go from Michael Jackson, anybody.
Luther.
If you call Kel's phone for help, I can't put you above him.
And not for nothing, everybody didn't call that man phone.
People calling Kels for hits like they was crackheads.
They still calling. What little do anybody know? They calling while he in jail.
Shit, he just put out a whole album. If you go listen to Ron Isley's new album, that's R. Kelly from start to finish.
And the only song what you call it that what's his name Ranazi had by himself, it was some bullshit. That fucking rich boss niggas, whatever the fuck that bullshit he put out. I was like, yo, what the?
I need a plug with 2 chains.
I'm just in my head like, yo, bro, the game is really missing cows.
Look, y'all mentioned the fact that R. Kelly, that all these people were calling for hits like a junkie for their dealer. We all know that Charlie Wilson went to Chicago to seek out R. Kelly.
I mean, he said, "I need a hit, man. I need a hit."
And that goes into another point. If R. Kelly had such this tight working organization that nobody else could really penetrate and do X, Y, and Z, how in the hell did Charlie Wilson go up to Chicago and know where to meet R. Kelly if they weren't and he didn't even was in communication with him like that? He said, "I just thought I'd take a chance that you might be here." You don't take a chance with a dude that's supposed to be in a plug like that.
Thank you.
And people don't know R. Kelly did a lot of work for Tony Braxton too.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
He sure did.
And that's one fine ass one right there. Boy.
And don't forget the gospel industry, honey.
Oh yeah, he wrote a song for Marvin Sapp. That song just came out recently, did it? 2 years ago.
And Marvin Sapp told his story. Marvin Sapp said that little does people not know that never would have made it. That came from Rob, but Rob let him have it.
And let's not forget, there was a gospel group called Trinity 5-7.
Trinity 5-7, yes.
God's grace.
And there was an R&B group he wrote for too called In Fave back in the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
You remember them, Derek?
Yeah. What was that other one? Ex-Girlfriend.
Yeah, they had a little song called "Spend the Night." Yeah, Rob. You can tell the pedestrian on how
you remember it was a female group called Ex-Girlfriend too.
Yeah, and you remember he wrote for Kirk Franklin.
Yeah.
I think Kirk Franklin's choir was in the background of Trading My Life.
Yeah, he directed the choir.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's in the credits on the album. Yeah, but the thing of it is, man, they want you to feel like this man got enough time on his hands to peer around corners for teenage girls while be touring and maintaining a career, and that's bullshit.
And Derek, it's funny you're saying that. That's what I was saying regarding the girl in Chicago. That was in the prime of his career. How the hell he had time to do all of this and doing all the stuff that they're saying he's done, and when he was in the prime of his career, he was just trying to become R. Kelly.
That dude was moving around like a.
He was
moving and shaking, and I'm like, good Lord.
He had time to do this.
That line there, Lisa Van Allen. Did y'all watch the Home Alone video with all those women in that video? He's so miraculous, just pull her out from the side and tell, "Hey, I want to get with you." Man, get out of here. It was some badass women in that video.
Right. And especially you up there talking about, well, this is the same Lisa Van Allen who was so scared to go back to court that the marshals had to drag her ass back.
She was crying. They said, what the dude name? The former manager, Darren McDavid. Bo Brennan was getting off in the ass. She went to crying. She didn't want that smoke with Jennifer the next day. She said, "I'm finna go back there alone. I can't do this. I can't do this."
Too hot in the hot tub. Shit, you didn't fuck around, stepped in it.
And then she lied about her age the whole time. Getting on talking about she was 17
for years. And I'm talking about, I bet your ass wasn't gonna be in part 3.
People don't know Lisa Van Allen before she got with R. Kelly. She was a street walker.
Yeah,
sure enough.
She was a prostitute. You know what I mean? The big silent, just calling it what it is. She was a prostitute.
Probably working at a seedy little strip club and tried to sell her little ass to him and shit.
And remember, she's related to the person that's supposed to have these charges against Rob in Minnesota.
Yeah.
Oh, you talking about Adelina Prado?
Yes.
Adelina. Oh, Adelina, oh, goof ass.
And also she's supposed to be good friends with the same chick that was bringing drama on T.I.
Yes, and oh yes, she is, and that's who was remember she helped them hire that attorney in New York. Well, that was her friend. That attorney was her friend.
So is it the Adelina girl, the girl that is actually on the original tape?
Yes.
It's more than one original tape. The thing about it is several tapes, but all of these girls on these tapes, the one tape that they was questioning was missing from evidence. So we don't even know the original tape with the girl on it, the fourth tape. That's the tape that was missing. So
and Lisa Van Allen never had a tape with her and Rashana on there. She only had a tape with her and Dre on there. And
right.
What's the name? What's the dude's name? The PI from the last trial confirmed that. And what's the name? You know what I'm saying? Co-signed it. What the other dude name? Keith Merrill. He said there was another woman on there with Lisa Van Allen and R.Kelly. They was all having consensual sex. They was of age.
Because they was asking, they said, well then, what happened to the fourth tape? Somehow they said that Cook County prosecutors say that the tape came up missing out of the evidence. So the tape that they found was the tape that Avenatti brought, that he claimed that you can hear somebody saying on this tape, this 14-year-old PUSSY.
And remember, the girl said she was 15. She was a virgin.
But wait. Let me say this. I'm not sure how many of y'all saw the first tape that came out.
I saw the original
The
tape.
tape was solid. You didn't hear shit.
It didn't have sound.
I ain't gonna lie, the first tape I seen it on, all those women to me look of age.
But it was silent. The tape didn't have no sound. So how did the tape go from having no sound? The tape that he was trying for in 2008 had no sound. How? They question about what happened to the original tape that was in evidence. They say it came up missing. So this tape that Avenatti got and gave to Kim Fox, what was on this fucking tape? We didn't hear no fucking sound on the original tape. But all of a sudden they got a tape of a girl saying this 14-year-old PUSSY. And like Sandra said, the girl said she was 15.
Now that big fight, if it's child pornography, how the hell CNN get to review
it? Well, not only CNN, Chuck Freeman say he didn't turn it in to the police because they wasn't gonna give him $1 million.
And why he has in jail? If it's child pornography, why he's not being locked up for holding for this so long and sitting on it trying to extort this man for it?
Well, it's not child.
Make it make sense.
For the simple fact, you can still pull it up on the
porn. It's still on fucking Pornhub, and it's still on
right now. So it's not child pornography.
I have a question for everybody. How in the hell can one go to Vegas and go to these strip clubs or wherever you want to go, and that's legal? All of this legal, and mind you, some of these women that's in there, they are underage. They are literally underage.
Yeah, prostitution is legal in Las Vegas. They scored and all that.
But you know what makes this whole thing so funny? When y'all talk about the tape, talk about the original tape was silent, but then all of a sudden sound got added. This is why I always say that movie Ricochet is always it's a mirror image, and I really believe that they took the outline of this movie and doing this shit to R.Kelly because there was a scene in that movie when John Lithgow, the hitman, was listening in, was eavesdropping, and he recorded a conversation with Denzel Washington and the waitress, and he took that soundbite and put it on that damn video.
See, that's what it was. That's what they did. They studied that 2008 trial.
But who did that, y'all? Listen at what you're saying. Who did that? Who did it?
Jim Derrick got
No,
it.
no, 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 no. Who did it?
Jim Derrick got it in BuzzFeed.
And who else?
Well,
who was talking about they knew all of this here stuff about a tape and this, that, and the other. I mean, every chance you got, that's all they was talking about. Wasn't that Larry?
Yeah, Larry too.
Demetrius Smith.
But see, Larry was all in conjunction with. See, they tied all them together.
Larry was in contact with them damn people too, because every time a motion or something come out, he'll know exactly what the damn government had on the motion before the motion even came out. He was in contact with them damn people. People ain't giving him enough more credit. That man is a true live federal informant. He's a fucking rat. He was in contact with those people. I just gotta keep it real, but be real, Big Vibe. When that nigga man, before the indictment came out, the government responded, he knew exactly what was gonna be on those damn documents.
Hey, but I'm gonna tell y'all this though. I'm gonna challenge y'all to do this. When we get off of here, go on YouTube and search deep fake. And when you look at the first video gonna pop up of a deep fake, it's gonna be a guy pretending to be Barack Obama. And in the top left-hand corner or right-hand corner, the watermark is gonna say BuzzFeed. They created this shit. They do it. So they using a man, a whole nother man, and he's sitting here talking, and you gonna think it's Barack Obama. But when the string go off, it's gonna be a whole totally different guy. It ain't gonna even be Obama.
Big Vibe, guess what? I gave Sylvia, it was crazy that you're saying this, because I gave Sylvia, because me and my husband was looking at this Blue Bloods. No, was it Blue Bloods? I think it was Blue Bloods, one of them. We was looking at, I think it was Blue Bloods. And they were showing this guy, he was actually at one location, but they showed a deep fake, and it was actually a VHS tape. That dude was actually somewhere else, and so he was the one that came up with and told him, this is not me. That's not me. Their plans, it's me talking, but that's not me. And it actually showed in the video that it was the man himself. But if you look at it, that man was actually somewhere else. He wasn't at that place at the time that they said he was. So when Sylvia started playing that video, guess who cut her off and deleted everything of her? Because I didn't know she had a lot of people in it, because I didn't know nothing about if you get so many people, you getting paid and all that. I didn't know anything about that. Sony cut her off. Sony.
But we all know that Sony connected to Lifetime.
Yeah, and
they didn't know this. They didn't know all
but
this
no,
shit.
this is a CBS channel. This is a CBS channel.
That's the other side of the coin.
Yeah.
But
people don't know that Disney is connected to Lifetime. And y'all mean to tell me y'all got all these people, you know what I'm saying, coming out to rob on Lifetime with all these Disney, you know what I'm saying, stars going crazy, and these the guys over there, those directors and those people, executives over that company, been molesting young boys and young girls ever since that thing came out.
Yep. And you know what? Here's another interesting question that people ask themselves, and and I address this to the riding in the back of the short bus ass people who want to continue to push this Aaliyah was a victim of R.Kelly narrative. If you're in the bushes or not, it don't matter. But I'm gonna say this: you never have y'all really asked yourselves, why was that sex tape released 6 months after Aaliyah died? Because Aaliyah died August 25th, 2001. That tape came out February 2002. So if R. Kelly was supposed to have done all this stuff he did and all these other girls, wouldn't it make more sense to have the so-called underage girl from the tape and Aaliyah both come forward against him at the same time while Aaliyah was still alive? But that wouldn't happen, because for the simple fact that if Aaliyah was alive, all this shit would have been shut down. And see, now you got the Me Too movement and everybody else that's trying to create Aaliyah as a martyr for a movement for something she never admitted to being.
Hey, Big Vibe. Go to Justice for Kelly, man. 10 going off on Tasha K.
Anybody you want to be there. We can all be there. Sit at the round table. We finna handle this shit today. No, don't go on Instagram talking about all this and go behind your YouTube page. All this. When you start talking to me in the past, you only had maybe 80,000 subscribers. Now you're at 1 million. Bitch, I built your page. So you gonna sit there.
Can y'all hear this?
Man, please. Y'all go back and look at the stats.
Yeah, I can hear it.
And I never talk bad about Tasha K. I never came out like this. But enough is enough. You sit there and run your mouth about my wife and say my wife slept with R.Kelly. You got me fucked up.
You said your wife can have R.Kelly.
You gonna say my wife slept about R.Kelly? You got me fucked up. And my wife will be in the meeting. I will be there. And Tasha K gonna be there. She wants to be there. Because at the end of the day, this shit need to get out. That's real talk. Real talk. Somebody need to expose your ass for who you are. And it ain't gonna be on you on your channel, I'm on my channel. You trying to drop receipts, fake ass receipts. Bitch, let's do it straight up, face to face, in a motherfucking room, live. Not we gonna record this and we gonna send this over and we gonna do this and then I'm gonna go live. No. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. What we gonna do, we gonna have a live right there, and I wanna see the receipts. When my wife slept with fucking R.Kelly. I'm tired of your dumb shit. I am tired. My attorney's on here right now. Yeah, I know it. He can be there with me. Because he know my wife ain't never slept no R.Kelly. He been trying to keep me calm and cool. My publishers were trying to keep me calm and cool. I'm tired of this shit, bro. You attacking my family, and I'm sick of your shit. I'm sick of it, bro.
Publishers?
It's time out for this dumb shit. Ain't about nothing. You can't do bitch like that because she already broke.
Why does he have a
My
publisher?
attorney already said that. Why you gonna sue somebody that's broke? Fuck her. I ain't broke. No, I'm gonna embarrass this bitch. We need to sit down face to face, 1-on-1. Show the receipts.
Is that Jamal Bryan's deacon?
Like child, first of all. Second of all, show the receipts where my wife had sex with R.Kelly. Show the receipts, Tasha K. I'm sick of your shit. Show it. Let's get down 1-on-1. My attorney can be there.
Trying to stay relevant.
I can be there. Judgment can be there. And your husband can be there. And your attorney can be there. We can all be there and sit down and show the facts. So we can put an end to this dumb shit.
Nigga, didn't you just say R.Kelly can have a wife for life?
You know damn well what happened. The Clarence are a clown.
I thought that's what he said. Didn't he say that R.Kelly can have a wife for life?
He said the Claires are clowns.
He was talking about the daughter.
No, he said the wife. He said my wife and my daughter.
Yeah, he called the Clary some clowns.
He did say both, his wife and his daughter. He said, I already called my brother. I already
had that
called my
conversation
brother
with
and
Don
told him
Russell.
what's going on. And once a savage called his brother, it's over with.
He said Claires are some clowns.
Somebody call it Universal Circus, so you got a couple clowns on the loose.
He a clown. The Clary's a clown. They on some clowns.
This dude funny as hell, man.
I got some heat about to drop for y'all right quick.
Your wife got tired of cleaning up all the pillowcases from that jerk curl.
Hey, Vic, if I'ma send this to you, man. He going off, boy. Yeah, the Claires. The Claires, they some clowns.
I got some heat finna drop. I'm finna show y'all this deep face shit. And I want y'all to listen close when they say. And look, I got an arrow pointing in the top left-hand corner and watch and see what you say. And watch what to see what they say this deep fake shit specialize in. Y'all finna say, what the hell? Let me get it. Come on, man. Come on. I'm on the road today. Got the crew with me, waiting on this shit to drop. You hear me? I couldn't believe what I just heard.
Yo, y'all hear me?
Uh-huh.
I was just making sure my mic still worked. My fault, yeah.
Hold on. Let me get this on here right quick. Let me mute this.
You heard me, Big Vibe, and send it to you.
So, is there not anything that Beijing can do to stop them from coming out on YouTube with stuff like that?
No, I wouldn't stop them. To me, it working in Rob's favor.
Fact.
It's a distraction, though.
Yeah, I want them.
He was talking about on this interview. He was when Don Russell was telling him to fix his family. That's his wife. He was telling Don Russell R.Kelly can have his wife. I already talked. He said, as long as I get my million, I'm cool. He said, I already talked to my brother. He said, once you talk to the savages, once you talk to a brother and let them know what's going on, ain't no going back from there. He didn't give a damn about his wife or his kids. He wanted that million. Goddamn.
Yo, Vi, you seen on the new Surviving R.Kelly. You saw where Bruce was talking about how the nigga Don said where his case may be. Yeah, Rob, where he at, he deserved to be where he at, or whatever the case may be.
Man, I hate to see Bruce on there.
You just played. That was
not for nothing. Right. I'm starting to think. I'm not gonna lie. I'm starting to think Bruce a smoker.
I hate to see Bruce on there.
Yeah, see, I think.
Yeah,
thank
Bruce
you,
and
Queen.
Carrie,
Thank you for confirming something that was on the I don't know. You feel me? You just give me vibes
Bruce
like
that stuff. Look at Bruce.
Like
Bruce
not for nothing.
I hated to see him on there. Just like I said, I hated to see Carrie on that news outlet talking about his brother.
He was trying to use that excuse that I got jumped in the county, so they beat up my teeth. My teeth was fucked up and all that. Nah, you a smoker.
Hold on, y'all. Let's check this out. Let's check this deep fake shit out now. Now, listen to what they say this deep fake shit specialized for.
We're entering an era in which our enemies can make it look like anyone is saying anything at any point in time.
Jordan Peele created this fake video of President Obama to demonstrate how easy it is to put words in someone else's mouth.
Moving forward, we need to be more vigilant with what we trust from the internet.
Not everyone bought it, but the technology behind such frauds is rapidly improving, even as worries increase about their potential for harm. This is your Bloomberg Quick Take on deepfakes. Deepfakes, or realistic-looking fake videos and audio, gained popularity as a means of adding famous actresses into porn scenes. Despite bans on major websites, they remain easy to make and
Now, did this thing say add people into porn scenes?
Yep, that's what it said.
Did you just hear this shit?
Yep.
Hold on.
We're entering an era in which our enemies can make it look like anyone is saying anything at any point in time.
Jordan Peele created this fake video of President Obama to demonstrate how easy it is to put words in someone else's mouth.
Moving forward, we need to be more vigilant with what we trust from the internet.
Not everyone bought it, but the technology behind such frauds is rapidly improving, even as worries increase about their potential for harm. This is your Bloomberg Quick Take on deepfakes. Deepfakes, or realistic-looking fake videos and audio, gained popularity as a means of adding famous actresses into porn scenes. Despite bans on major websites, they remain easy to make and
It says adding entertainers into porn scenes.
Man, are you serious? Are you fucking serious? This is why people don't want to go back and forth with us. This is why people don't want to debate over here. This is why people have a problem with people who support and talk about the shit that we talk about. Because it's being proven. This BuzzFeed. Did you see BuzzFeed in the top corner? Jim Derrick got his work for BuzzFeed.
Thank you. Say it one more time for the people in the slow bus.
So the BuzzFeed studio added their shit to give us what we known as the R.Kelly sex tape and also the R.Kelly edited tape. I gotta hear this
and with some
time.
sound.
I gotta hear this shit one more time.
We're entering an era in which our enemies can make it look like anyone is saying anything at any point in time.
Jordan Peele created this fake video of President Obama to demonstrate how easy it is to put words in someone else's mouth.
Moving forward, we need to be more vigilant with what we trust from the internet.
Not everyone bought it, but the technology behind such frauds is rapidly improving, even as worries increase about their potential for harm. This is your Bloomberg Quick Take on deepfakes. Deepfakes, or realistic-looking fake videos and audio, gained popularity as a means of adding famous actresses into porn scenes. Despite bans on major websites, they remain easy to make and
Adding famous actors into porn scenes.
I knew about this video, but I never listened to it to hear that part until just now. And it goes to show you how many faces. And see, this is why I got to tell people. All these apps they got out when you can sketch your face and shit like that. You putting your image into a database.
Into a database, yes, ma'am, yes, sir.
And they can go into these hack into these databases and get anybody's image and fucking upload it into this BuzzFeed type shit.
And that's what they're doing in China. That's what they're saying that they're doing in China.
Look at what Prima said. BuzzFeed has also been under fire for their janky ass articles too. Man, BuzzFeed got they handful. And Jim, that's why I told Jim Derrick got us on Twitter. Your fat ass gonna run out of excuses and places to hide sooner or later. You ain't gonna keep on avoiding. You think you gonna keep on avoiding that goddamn stand, but you keep talking? Man, look here. Look here.
He was there. He was in the courtroom with a mask on.
He keep on talking. Eventually, his luck is gonna run out.
Well, his luck done already ran out because Robert covered by the blood of Jesus. So yeah, his luck done already run out.
He gonna have to sit on that. Now I'm sitting here, how people can go around praising this nigga, praising Jim Derrick Goddess when they mad at R.Kelly for taking care of these black women, but Jim Derrick Goddess is using these black women's stories to put in his book to push and get paid off of it.
Peter Griffin ass looking nigga.
It's ass backwards. You mad at one man for providing, but this man is taking away, but y'all say he helped. Make this shit make sense.
And not for nothing, I'm pretty sure Jim Derrick Goddess making way more money off of these women than they actually make for their goddamn self.
He is.
Jim Derrick Goddess and had his fat ass on college tours speaking in different universities. He was in somewhere in Chicago or somewhere in North Carolina. I don't know what other school he was at. He was at a couple spots trying to speak. Look. Unless you're trying to give an expert opinion on Chicago deep dish pizza, you don't need to say nothing else.
We need him and what's the name to take that stand? Him and that dirty attorney. What's her name? That claimed her mama is gravely ill.
Susan Loggins.
We need y'all to take that stand. Period.
First of all, Jim Derogatis fat ass probably couldn't even fit in the stand to begin with. So that's already a problem. You're gonna have to use the jaws of life to get him out.
Facts.
And he keep on lying, he gonna blow up. Blow out.
See, the thing is, I don't think Susan Loggins is hiding that she a piece of shit. Like, I feel like she letting the world know, yeah, I am a piece of shit. See, Jim Derogatis is he trying to make it seem like he's holier than thou.
No, she was supposed to be in New York, but she claimed her mom was gravely ill.
Right. And then another thing is this, what we have to look at in the Chicago case, why Susan wasn't brought in. This whole Chicago case would have went totally different if they would have let Jennifer severance R.Kelly from Darren McDavid. Therefore, Jennifer could show where the money was being took in the robbery.
Exactly.
But by them not separating Darren from R.Kelly, they had to use a different strategy. Because that's why I was telling people, Darren can't throw R.Kelly under the bus without throwing himself under the bus.
Exactly.
Which is why he said out of his own mouth, he said, if it's the last thing I do, that he is going to do whatever it takes to help Robert get out of this situation he's in.
Facts.
Right. He has to, because if you do that severance, you remember in one of them motions Jennifer put out, she spoke about Darren McDavid, remember the restaurant.
Yes.
That Kel supposed to be had, but when she go and look through the records, R.Kelly doesn't even have ownership in that restaurant. It's solely
supposed to be two restaurants.
He borrowed the money from R.Kelly as if they was going into a partnership, and he got a restaurant.
But listen, Vi, I'm gonna say this here without saying too much. All I'm gonna say, follow the money.
Yeah, then go back to the credit card.
But
R.Kelly didn't use credit card; he used cash. That has been proven by multiple people who was a part of his, and that's the bag that people are saying that he was carrying a bag of tapes around. No, he was carrying a bag of fucking money around.
He had money.
But yo, Queen, but if you, that's what I'm telling y'all. Go listen to the third surviving R. Kelly. That white lady said it. She said, "Yo, I know for a fact." She said, "Rob would have never settled none of those cases." She said, "I know that man too well." She said,
he wouldn't have.
She said that was all Daryl McDavid's doing. I'm telling you, if people,
you gotta look at it though, Dean.
If people watch that show, that lady was giving little clues and that was going over her head. She said, "Yo, I know for a fact Rob would have never settled those cases."
But you go back to what I said months ago. I say you want to know why there's no police reports. It's simply because if they would have made a police report, the police would have had to come out and talk to Robert, which would have put Robert on notice that someone is trying to charge him for a sexual assault or abuse, which he would have been aware of a lawsuit potentially coming, which he would have been prepared to fight. So,
hey, Vi, it's funny you're saying that. I'm telling you what God loved. Russell Simmons reached out to Rob. He called every number he thought he had, but nobody would put him in contact with Rob because he was trying to warn him what was to come. They acted as though they got it. They would not let him talk to him.
You eliminate the police and go straight to the lawyer, and the lawyer is violating her oath, because if these women coming in saying that they were sexually assaulted and abused, you are automatically supposed to contact the police. But you go to sign a civil suit. Then look at this. These women are signing these civil suits, not their parents. You got to be above the age 18 to go sue somebody.
Facts.
Exactly. That was part of the money train. They go through Demetrius. Demetrius take them to her. The
But it started
backstory
with
of the
Barry now.
two
Barry hired Demetrius.
and
Demetrius
then
did with Barry.
they all
And
get
that's the part
cut.
of why I blame Darren McDavid is when Darren McDavid said in court that Barry contacted him and told him that he was going to bring R.Kelly down. I said that Darryl didn't do enough to silence Barry and bring it to the light that Barry was after R.Kelly.
Well, question, y'all. I want to know how did all of these other people come into play after after all of that, this last time, how did all of a sudden he come with sisters and other people? How did everybody, who reached out to these people?
Nobody reached out to him. It's a bunch of overzealous fans.
Now somebody had to reach out to somebody regarding, because see, they went as far as trying to meet with Rob and all of the extra.
See, the sisters first came about, okay, why keep it real? It's 2023. Fuck how they feel. The sisters came about, they was discovered on Dr. Rice page.
Some fans.
Came with a handler, and the handler got under Dana J and asked Dana J could he put the sisters in contact with Rob. Dana J, a lot of shit that he did, a lot of the things that he done, he thought he was doing
a good thing,
he thought he was doing a good thing by it, but these people had malicious intentions.
Ulterior motive.
And then once they got in, then all of a sudden Dana became the bad guy. Even Caroline Diamond, she had to admit. All of them saying Dana don't know him, but Caroline Diamond had to come out and say, well, y'all, he do know Rob. Because it was because of him that these women were introduced to Rob.
And y'all think about it. Listen at this here. If I heard some stuff the other night, and it really bothered me, but it bothered me, but it didn't bother me. The same crap that Rob is going through with these horrific women. If y'all have been hearing the same thing that I've been hearing, these women are doing the same thing that's saying that they're supporting Robert. You're making these same allegations. Grown women making these same allegations, claiming that somebody has taken advantage of you. Where they do that at?
That man, I tell you, look here. I'm gonna say this before we get ready to get out of here. I've never seen so much bullshit surrounded by one man's case. Like this case is like a fucking Jerry Springer show, live, unscripted. Like I never seen so much corruption. I never seen so many people want to be important. I never seen so many people want to be a part. If you can advocate, but you should never advocate. Once your avocation get you implicated, you didn't overstep your boundary.
Yeah, you putting yourself in this man's freaking case. That's a problem.
That's a problem. These people got thousands of fake pages. Come in your chat. We should be able to support R.Kelly however the hell we want to support. We shouldn't be getting attacked by people who claim they are supporters just because we support without the bullshit, without the back and forth, without attacking people. I respect Prima. I respect Dana. I respect Levi. I respect Skylight, Sky Zone. I respect Georgia Girl, Hollywood. I try to have respect for the people who separate them with their separate ways, but these people make it their business to come out and put you in shit.
And it's stupid.
I support Dana. Oh, fuck Big Vibe, fuck this person. Everybody know on this channel, I don't have a problem with nobody. If I don't fuck with you, I just don't fuck with you. I don't have to talk about you. I don't have to make you a part of my commentary. And my commentary is straight raw. So this ain't can't nobody say I'm stealing their shit. None of it. We come on here, we have conversations. And that's simply what the commentary is. A conversation amongst people who fighting for the same thing. Want to see this man free, want this man to get a fair chance in the courtroom. But people see you start to get more people in your chat. They see you start to get Cash App donation. Then you become a target. Why? Why my personal life got anything to do with what I do on YouTube?
It don't have nothing to do with that. Nothing.
What do people, kids come up and shit? Why do people husbands come up and shit? Why do people jobs come up and shit? Why do people houses come up and shit? Why do people lifestyles come up in this shit on YouTube just because they choose to advocate and speak on some injustice that's going on with this man, R.Kelly, which this man is sitting here buried alive, can't speak for himself, but finally getting a chance to breathe a little bit, but he's still buried, but he's breathing. But you have
he
to
can go wherever the hell he want to go and give his information to whoever he wanted to get it out. And my thing is, at the end of the day, as long as the information is getting out the proper way and all of this extra read all about it, we're not trying to do that. That's not what we out here for.
Man, you know, it's bad, man. But see, just like I say, man, I always go back to Noah, man. When God gave Noah that message, he told Noah to preach that message and warn the people and let them know he coming back. And when he comes back, it's gonna flood, and it's gonna flood, it's gonna rain, it's gonna rain, it's gonna rain. And guess what? Noah preached that message, and when he started to not believe in himself and not believe in God's word, he had to go back and have another word with God and say, because the people were laughing at him, talking about you crazy. What you doing building an ark 100 yards away from any water, and it don't make no sense. But guess what God told him? You just keep doing what I told you.
Keep doing what I told you.
Keep doing what I told you to do, and believe in my word. Believe it. If you believe in me, continue to do what I asked you to do, and I'm gonna show you. Noah went back. He kept saying that same message. It's gonna rain.
It's gonna rain.
Crazy. Then they had a chance to be saved. These people had a chance to be saved. He telling them, come on, let's get up, let's go. And at the end of the day, when it started to rain and the goddamn dock came up for the ship, the dock came up for people to get on, the man only had his family and the goddamn animals.
And the animals.
All the people that he been telling that it was gonna rain.
It's gonna rain.
Sitting there laughing, calling them crazy. He didn't know what he was talking about. They couldn't figure out how the hell that ark was gonna get in the water. God showed them. It started to sprinkle, then it started to rain, then it started to storm, and it continued to storm. Eventually, they standing down at the bottom looking like, and this is what it is with R.Kelly, man. It seems like we haven't been making no progress, but trust, we have made progress.
Oh, we are.
People are waking up. People are coming over. People are questioning shit. It may not seem like it because it's not in the abundance like it was put out in the media. We got YouTube platform versus a media network. So we just got to keep working, keep pushing, keep putting out the information. And guess what? Stay consistent, stay true, and don't worry about what these people say. You know what you in this for. All the people that's out here doing the work, doing good work, continue to do good work. Y'all know what y'all in this for. Y'all know who brought y'all here. Continue to put the word out. Continue when people try to come against y'all and call you a pedo lover, all this, that, and the third. You know your reason. You know your
part of the P-Hive.
Stay true. Stay true to your conviction, because guess what? God is gonna show the world that He's still able, that He still had the power. He has the final say so. Just because the judge say 30 years, what that mean? That's temporary.
30 years.
Temporary.
Hey, God got Robert sitting there for just till he get through working with it.
That's a temporary sentence, but when God sentences you, that's for life.
Last thing.
That's for life.
And I'm not at all worried. I'm not really worried for the simple fact you got somebody that's trying to challenge me, and then I come back at them with facts, and all of a sudden you want to delete your comment after I talk to you. That already lets me know everything I need to know right there.
That what happened when you pull a Bible out on people. That what happened when you talk about God to these devils. That's exactly what happened when you talk about God to these devils, man. They get to fucking shouting and running. They don't know what's on them. It's just a word.
Okay, just a word. I've been I done told them about so many times, and I'm gonna keep telling them, y'all. The Bible, not Sandra. The Bible says, "Touch not my anointed, and do my prophet no harm." Y'all better keep y'all mouth off of that man, because I'm telling y'all, you wondering why you going through situations, you're gonna keep going through it. Long as you keep speaking ill on this man, he just because y'all know him as R.Kelly, God knows him as Robert Sylvester Kelly.
Hey, Nisimo, what do people say when they went back to look under that stone to see was he still there?
That we know this is what happened. Don't ask what happened.
When Kel come out of that thing, man, free man, boy, they gonna be like, oh, we did everything we thought we had him this time.
Yeah, we know, but we kept trying to tell y'all. We kept trying to tell you it ain't about you. It's about what God has to do with him. God is working on him. And everything that he deserved to get, God gonna give it to him. And baby, oh my God.
The only thing for Kel is to just accept that this is the reality of choices that he made, whether they were good choices or bad choices.
Good choices or bad choices.
This is the reality of the choices that I made, so I'm willing to deal with this. And this is something that we all have to do as people. We have to be willing to deal with the reality of the choices that we make, whether they're good or bad, when it comes to decision-making, kids, family, moving, paying bills, whatever it is in life. Whatever you choose to do, you have to be able to deal with the reality of what comes behind those decisions that you make. None of us is free from judgment. None of us. None of us.
But see, remember, with Job, God, the devil asked God, can he had asked for permission. And the same thing with Robert. Y'all don't think that the devil asked God for permission? If he could, God gave him okay. He said, you can do it, but he's not going to deny me.
Mm-hmm.
He's not going to deny me. You can do whatever you want to do, but don't touch his soul, because his soul belongs to me.
And see that industry, and see that's the part of it. The industry wanted his soul, but he said you can have the voice. You can have the music. You can have all that, but you can't have the God that's in me.
That God that's in, hey.
That's what it's about.
And that's what Kanye is dealing with, y'all. He's dealing with the same thing.
But see, Kanye told people on BET Awards last year, when he told the people, he said, I have declared myself dead. There was a message. There was a message. Now Kanye been missing for it's going on 3 weeks now. Nobody have heard from him, but the man told you, he warned y'all last year.
And you know, just to think, Robert went through this. He said he went through COVID. He done had COVID twice. He got dealing with diabetes.
Got attacked
attacked and then listen at this here, y'all, with the attack. Let me tell y'all about the attack. They moved the dude out of the MCC to a whole different prison. The dude was still, he came back to testify. They wouldn't let the dude testify on Rob's behalf. This shows you how dirty our government is. And they really believe that God gonna bless them. The United States got a lot they got to pay for.
But
we got a dirty government. When I say dirty, they are dirty. That man said that the people at the government told me to jump on him. They told me to do it.
Facts.
That man's the only thing he wanted was his case to be heard. He wanted them to know about his case. He said it had nothing to do with Robert. He didn't. He said that man having people coming out there supporting him. He said they was all for it just to see somebody different. It had nothing to do with that. It was the fact that that man said he wanted his case heard. But y'all tell him to go in there and jump on this man. Because you really believed in your heart that that was going to be the end of him.
Facts. Yo, I'm telling people.
So if you don't know by now that he's covered by the blood, y'all, you're sadly mistaken.
Yo, if I see Rob end up in a USP, I know something's fishy. Rob's supposed, not for nothing, Rob's supposed to be, he's supposed to be ending up, when he gets sentenced and everything, he's supposed to be in a low security facility.
No, Rob is actually, to be honest with you, the way that things are set up now, according to the new laws, he should be able to get house arrest.
I will hope. I hope he could get some house arrest.
But their goal is not. I want people to understand. Their goal is to lock all of our men up. Y'all think I'm serious when I say this.
He was overcharged to begin when he was overcharged. They was hoping that the 30-year sentence. That's why they sent him to the suicide to lockdown to try to break him. They've been trying to break him this whole time.
Remember, he went on suicide watch when he first went in.
That was illegal, though.
Well, they did say that is standard. Anytime you're sentenced,
that's
automatically.
Now you got a right. You have a right to waive if you want to go in general population or whatever you want to do. You've been sentenced. See, y'all, he ain't been in. He wasn't in fucking.
I read that it was like standard practice. That's why.
That ain't standard practice. I be listening to I be listening to prison shows like people. There's a lot of prison channels on YouTube, and people talk about this exact thing. Like even with Boosie, they try to say Lil Boosie was on PC when he got sentenced to death row.
Now, what you call it? With famous people, they could sign out if they want to and all that.
They can sign out if they want to. They don't have to.
Yeah, they make them because look at Pooh Shiesty and Kodak. They wasn't. Remember, they got federal. They had federal cases too. Pooh Shiesty and Kodak both in what you call it penitentiaries. They ain't in regular FCIs or lows and shit like that. Them niggas is in penitentiary.
Yeah, well, I want to give it up to Bunjean. Bunjean is steady getting our men out. She is steady getting them out.
She had a celebration over she celebrated over the Christmas break. And I read her thing on Instagram. She had 10 overturned cases.
Yes.
Last year. And she said she hoping for even more this year, and especially Rob. But she had a party, and she had a lot of the people that she exonerated was at the little party or whatever. And she was dressed, like a sister. I said, hold on now, Jennifer.
The great thing about Rob case being federal is because the federal the federal appeals and like they court processes is way faster than states.
Exactly.
That's the only great thing. But like, even look at this. Look how fast Harvey Weinstein got a state shit approved. His appeal approved. I'm like, damn, that was mad.
Well, y'all seen that they getting ready to ship what's the name back to her country.
Maxwell, man.
Yeah.
She finna go back to the island and chill with her husband.
They about to ship who?
Ghislaine Maxwell.
Oh yeah, but not finna where she at? She in that lady she in a camp right now. I'm telling you, she living life. She would even care if she gets shipped.
No, she want to go back. She want to go back home, but see, she getting shipped because she ain't going to prison. Y'all really believe she ain't finna go to prison?
No, she going back home.
Man, as my mom said, my mom don't believe that man is even dead.
He ain't dead. I don't believe he dead either. They ain't never showed us a corpse or nothing.
The way they said he supposedly snapped his neck is impossible. Even they own government people were saying, yo, it's the way supposedly he had hung himself. They said it's impossible. Ain't no way.
So why didn't we see a body?
Because that only came out when he threatened to expose that list. They agreed to him to fake his death and let him out of there, and that's what it was.
Yeah,
we'll send you back to your island, but you're gonna fake your death. That's how we're gonna get you up out of here.
And then and what they do is they change their identity and how they look, and they can come and go as they please. Still do, but listen at this here, y'all. Listen, let's just stop for a minute. 1 minute, 5 before you leave, because I really, what is the coach that was found that was doing the crap? He was bringing people over from China. And he was found. He was caught red-handed doing the crap that they're claiming that Rob was doing. But his charges have been dropped. Period. Gone.
Coach.
Yes. What's his name? The NFL coach.
You talking about Rob Kraft?
Yes.
Oh, you talking about the owner? He's the owner of the Patriots.
The owner.
Robert Kraft.
The owner. Yes, that whole case is gone, y'all. It's gone.
Facts. They swept that shit right under the rug.
It's gone.
But that goes to even tell you, just even look at fucking Brett Favre. Brett Favre was stealing from the poorest state in America. That man ain't get no consequences, no nothing. He stole from the poorest state in America to build his daughter what was it, a volleyball court or some shit like that.
And what's his name too? That dude, his wife, she left and then she came back and started her Big Brother show, Les Moonves. They fired him from CBS and nothing else happened.
Now, was that before or after CBS donated that $20 million to the Me Too movement?
Good question.
Because I want to say it might have been after. Yeah, and they made that, and CBS made that little donation about 6 months before Gayle King interviewed R.Kelly.
Gayle King interviewed R.Kelly. Sure did.
Facts.
So,
and remember, that's when they had just let Charlie Rose go. And remember, Gayle King said she would never, Charlie Rose will always be her friend and she will always remain in communication with him.
Facts.
Yep.
Facts.
And what you see on the screen right here, this is Jennifer right here at her best. And it say, this is purpose. But it said that you know, she got this man exonerated, and now she's proceeding with her defamation against the accused. So she does specialize in defamation.
We can't hear you, Vi. What is that noise?
I'm not sure who it is.
Yeah, it ain't me. You know what? I can't wait. I want to see Bongina and Gloria Allred go head to head. I want to see that.
Don't Gloria and her daughter got a case in the UK or something? They got something going on in the UK that they doing to bring somebody bringing charges against them.
Not that I know of.
I read something about her and her daughter got something against them in, I don't know if, I know it's overseas.
So JRock, were you on when I asked the question on what we should do as supporters? Is it Sandra? Is that your name?
Yes, sweetie.
Sandra.
Yeah, I think I was on.
Miss Sandra suggested that we get the transcripts and act out the transcripts. What do you think? My question was, we know that it's been an injustice. We know that the so-called victims are lying. We know all these things, right? So at this point in the game, what do we do as supporters?
I'll tell you one thing.
Awareness?
I'll tell you one thing I did. I went up against I did this to a couple people. I said, when the R.Kelly discussion came up and everybody had their opinion on X, Y, and Z, whatever it was, I told them this. I said, you know what? I'm not gonna just jump in and address it. I'm gonna let you pick any topic you want. And whatever topic you want, I will address it accordingly. Hell, there was one time I gave them 6 choices and went down randomly. And I broke down each one of them, and I could tell that it really messed them up because they were getting quieter and quieter and quiet. But then it's like, okay, well, what about this part? Like, and then I shut that down. Well, what about this part? I shut that down. What about this part? I shut that down. So now all of a sudden, it went from being real loud, like it was being from real loud to now we being in cricket, and because we're like in Cricketville now, real quiet.
Right.
So my whole thing is, I'll let anybody that's opposed and bring up anything they want, and I'll let them hang themselves.
Right.
Okay, what do you think? Is it
another suggestion that I thought about as he was talking? What do y'all think about? I mean, it's something that I've always, but you know, I try to go the route wherever people, that's the route everybody, you know, the majority is wanting to do. You know, I do that, but when it gets to the bull crap, then I back up. That's why I when they had rallies, I went, but I did me. I couldn't do all of the extra because that I just can't be a part of that. But I personally believe that we should make sure that we're heard at Capitol Hill. Because if we don't stand for something, we're falling for anything. And what we're seeing that we're falling for is all of these and just laws that's just been thrown at us, and we're just accepting it as a people.
Let me ask y'all a quick question. Has anybody heard from any supporters of Tory Lanez and how that and how they dealing with it right now? Because I'm thinking if some of the supporters of Tory Lanez, you start making the parallels between what happened to Tory Lanez or R.Kelly, it's going to be kind of an eye opener for a lot of these people.
I haven't.
I'm not sure about his supporters. I've just never experienced the type of supporters that are in the R. Kelly sector.
Nah, man. And what I think is, if we gonna protest, I mean, you say Capitol Hill, I say if we gonna protest, we need to be in front of fucking NBC studio, CNN studio. Let's go to the headquarters.
The media.
And make them come out and fucking have a conversation. Because we got questions that we demand answers for. They took it to the media. Why shouldn't we go to CNN studios or ABC, NBC headquarters, Lifetime, A&E, and protest like they did R. Kelly concert?
Facts.
Well, the reason why I said take it to Capitol Hill, because we can take it to NBC, CBS, all of them, Sony, but even with taking it there, we still want to make sure that when we taking it to Capitol Hill, we're taking it there because we're going there for them to understand these laws as a whole that you guys are actually signing off on, and y'all thinking that we're sleeping on it, and we're not asleep. We see what's happening, and we're voting people in. These people that we're putting in office are not really they're not taking a stand for us.
Right. But not only that though, how is the NAACP was put in place to protect the rights of citizens that looks like us, but then when a man's right is being trampled upon, just because Gerald part of the in the NAACP, there's no one out here speaking on this man's rights. No one is speaking on the man's rights that were violated.
But isn't Gerald Griggs, Tim Savage's attorney?
My point exactly. So that means he needs
okay. So and he just got a promotion. So those are things that I did talk about, saying that it's time for us to let the people know. No, he need to be taken off of that position.
Taken off of that. He don't need to hold a seat. If these people are supposed to be in place for our rights that are being violated, just like they say, all these, what makes R. Kelly no different than these black, these brown skinned males who were shot down in the streets and their rights was violated. This man was picked up.
I agree. Laws need to be changed. I agree with that, but I also agree with the media. The media has a big impact on what we see and do in our everyday life. The media changes the perspective of everything. So I think if the media is, attacked and the narrative is changed, and then you work towards.
But I'm saying even with going to the media, that's why it's imperative that we know these transcripts backwards and forwards, not trying to guess it. We need to know these transcripts and what happened actually inside of these courtrooms, so that when we're talking to the media, we're not talking about what we think, we're talking about what actually happened in the courtroom.
So it got to be, it's going to take a plan of action, and something that I've been suggesting for quite some time, but I'm just and that's just, we have different blogging outlets. We have different channel outlets. I suggested that each channel take a specific individual and focus on that individual.
Oh my God, I said the same thing, Vi.
If everybody can focus on, if everybody take one individual and focus on the individual, that will kind of like clear things up for people to understand, and then when everybody break down their individual person, then we bring it together as a collective, and then we put something together as a whole. So we go and we can take that and we can present that to see. We know when we go protesting at the CNNs, the protesting at the NBCs and the Sonys and whatever else we gonna go, we will go with a message ready to be delivered, other than get there trying to figure out how to deliver a message. And
it'll be real funny. You see a lot of black folks out in the front protesting the NAACP. That'd be crazy,
right? Because they what are they getting paid? What are they there for? They was put in place to advocate for, for our rights. But now, what we're seeing is they're more political now. You know what I'm saying? They are protecting. They are more about protecting the LGBTQ.
Yes.
Versus our rights. So this whole thing is
and don't forget Al Sharpton. Get on him too, because he wrong his 4 left shoes.
That fucking fruit gusher head ass, little head, little neck, big head. That motherfucker, a walking bobblehead. And then you got people out here talking about
Sharpton used to be a fucking damn smoker himself.
How people use R.Kelly to get promotion. Angela Yee, now that she's separating herself from the Breakfast Club, breaking off and getting her own radio, now she got to come. Part of her agreement was to come out and bash R. Kelly.
Really?
Who is that?
Remember what Kel said?
The woman from the Breakfast Club talk show that worked right alongside Charlamagne when he sat there talking about how he drugged this young lady, had sex with her. And said the girl told him, "I'm happy it was you," type shit. So hold on. If you ain't have a problem with Charlamagne, you ain't spoke on him, but you want to speak on R. Kelly.
Exactly.
Promotion. They gave you your promotion. They giving you your own radio show, but we need you to average surviving R. Kelly and talk about R. Kelly in a negative light, as if you'd have been around this man and party with this man, anything. You just have a fucking opinion.
Shoot, you ain't got no money? Sue R. Kelly. That's my new motto and my new slogan from now on.
And then if you go into Surviving R. Kelly, the people they had on there, Amanda Seales.
I can't stand her.
She of all people need to shut the hell up.
I can't stand her ass.
How in the hell she gonna jump on there? She gonna dog out R. Kelly and then talk about these victims when she was the same one that tried to drag Myron Roll's name in the damn mud. For those of you who do not know who Myron Roll is, Myron Roll played in the NFL for about 4 or 5 years, graduated from Florida State, Rhodes Scholar, became a neurosurgeon. I think what happened was that Amanda Seales tried to get with Myron Roll, but Myron Roll kind of buffed her off, kind of like nah. And but then now all of a sudden you had all these women coming up against Myron Roll talking about that he was being inappropriate with women, even to the point where he would be naked with his Johnson out and everything else, and then she came out with the story.
Isn't that the same thing they said about what's his name too? The boxer, what's his name?
What was it? Mike Tyson?
No, not Mike Tyson, but the one they just recently come out on.
To my
the fighter.
Brana?
No, the fighter. He's the what's his name? That man is
George Foreman.
George Foreman, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody tried to cut some allegations against George Foreman, but
supposedly it was all five white girls saying he had sex with them when in the 70s or some crazy shit like that.
So my question is for our black people, y'all, when we gonna talk about the crap that, since there's no statute of limitation, why we can't talk about the crap that they did to our great grandparents? We want charges brought on them.
Thank you, Queen. Thank you.
But not only charges brought on them, they just locked a woman up in Alabama for a $77 trash bill. But they wouldn't lock up Carolyn Bryant for
Emmett Till. Too
old.
Yo.
But they say they still coming at Dr. Cosby.
Yo, Vi, me and my shorty was just talking about that shit. I said, yo, that is crazy.
They locked this 82-year-old woman. They issued out a warrant of arrest
for $77.
For $77.
What's up? Thank you.
My thing was this. I wasn't even mad at the officer. I'm mad at her piss-poor ass children. This woman say her children are responsible for paying her bills. So
wow.
Y'all out here living y'all fucking life and taking y'all mama money, doing whatever the fuck y'all want to do with it. This woman had to get served with a warrant for her arrest for failure to pay a $77 trash bill when she is depending on y'all to take care of all of her needs.
Wait a minute, Vi. Hold on. You saying a $77 trash bill?
Yes. $77.
How the hell you get a warrant for a trash bill?
I don't know. Is it Alabama?
I need somebody to make this make sense to me. Just stop picking up my trash.
And so they issued her a warrant for arrest for over I think she said it was by the time when they went to go arrest her, they was looking for her to pay $270-something. And I said, man, if I was an officer, it was a black officer. Me as an officer, when I got that warrant and read it, 82-year-old black woman, man, I'm taking this shit out of my salary today. I'm paying this. I'm not finna go serve this fucking warrant. I'm not finna go. I will go let her know what's going on and who is responsible for paying her bills or what's going on. But I would have told that lady, you know what, ma'am, I'm not gonna arrest you. I'm gonna pay this fine for you myself.
Yo, Big Bob. But don't. I hate when sometimes officers will say, "Oh, it's my job. I have to take you." And it's certain shit for certain. They could really like fake sweep that shit under the rug if they want to. Them niggas just be wanting to be assholes.
$77 fucking dollars, man. You see it. Sad. Yeah, so I'm finna get ready to get up off here, man, and hang with the babies, man. You know, they gave me a little 2-hour window to get on today. It's my first live of 2023. And I want to say thank you to everybody that came out and support. I think we hit 100 people viewing the live today, man. This is my first live of 2023. So that's a good sign moving forward.
We made history. We
know what I'm saying?
We the first few to bring in 2023 with Big Vi, and this gonna be the year that they let Kells go.
What up,
my word.
What up, bro?
It is. I agree.
Oh yeah, we can make it work.
And like I said, going into I say we get up on the panel. We gotta get more people on the panel to talk about more, to bring out more discussion of, different questions that people have or people may have. Just want to make this platform more so, for the people, because we have our platforms like the Dana Jays and the Prima Donnas and, Hollywoods and other outlets out there that, they go through the information thoroughly. But I like this to just be platform for us to come on and have that barbershop talk, beauty shop talk, just that talk, just talk about whatever it is and just call the shit what it is. Like, look here, man. We know this what they saying, but in our reality, that shit had to happen this way. That's just what it is. We gonna make it make sense. But we had Derek in the chat, Derek on the live, Lex on the live, JRock, Lil Mac, Sandra, Lavish Lady been in here holding it down with us, Dean, JRock in here. JRock came a little late, showed up. Who else was in here? I think that's about it, man. We had
Look. Do you say Lil Mac?
Yeah, Lil Mac was in here.
No, I'm saying I didn't know if you guys said Lil Mac name.
Yeah, Lil Mac was in here. Dana J just coming in, so I know Dana J finna give us. I know he gonna give us something later on tonight because Tim been going off on
I seen Dana J the other night on with Toya J.
Oh yeah, they got a thing going on over there on Friday. But I appreciate y'all. Like I say, man, all the people in the chat. I don't ask y'all to donate much, $1. I just want to be able to try to get some better equipment, to make it, better for our internet don't be dropping out and different things like that. And I want people to remember this deep fake video before I go. One more time.
We're entering an era in which our enemies can make it look like anyone is saying anything at any point in time.
Jordan Peele created this fake video of President Obama to demonstrate how easy it is to put words in someone else's mouth.
Moving forward, we need to be more vigilant with what we trust from the internet.
Not everyone bought it, but the technology behind such frauds is rapidly improving, even as worries increase about their potential for harm. This is your Bloomberg Quick Take on deepfakes. Deepfakes, or realistic-looking fake videos and audio, gained popularity as a means of adding famous actresses into porn scenes. Despite bans on major websites, they remain easy to make and
adding favorite actresses into porn scene. So you don't think they can take R.Kelly and put him into a scene? Y'all seen that Buzzfeed in that top left-hand corner? Shout out to Dana J. Because he exposed this a while ago. Buzzfeed. Yep. What did y'all do to that tape?
That's a damn good question.
You know what I'm saying? Hopefully we can get back here tomorrow and celebrate and chat it up tomorrow again. But if not tomorrow, then it'll be Sunday. We'll come on and chat about something. And JRock, I'll be hitting you up. I gotta hit you up, man, because I'm gonna hit you up and talk to you all off, like we do. And Derek and Sir Miguel, a couple of guys, Dean, Dana, and like I say, man, try to do some stuff. Try to get some stuff together so we can try to point the vehicle in the right direction. You know what I'm saying? And try to drive those points. See what we need to be focusing on and driving. Bringing awareness to, especially when you come on this side of the world, on this platform, Big Val Opinion. But it's all of our opinion that matters. So, Deem, I got your number now, so I can text you as well. And yeah, man, we just want to make every live count. That's the goal. Make every live count.
Facts. You got.
Yeah, definitely.
You got my number, bro.
Oh yeah, and Sir L, most definitely he a part of the team. Dana J and Lavish Lady, she a part of the team because she don't mind coming on the panel. Prima, saying something, man. They get live. A lot of great points. A lot of good people came through, and we know we missed Unc today. He was at work, but we gonna get and we add
Down in the chat.
and he put in the
Yeah.
See,
I'm gonna go
this
ahead. I'm gonna drop on out because I
this
got to give me some meat right quick. I'm gonna definitely hit. Be looking forward to what y'all later on.
All right, JRock, I love
All
you, bro.
right.
This the
Peace, Queen Lab.
This the R.Kelly
Good night.
team.
See you later, JRock.
All right.
We the R team, man. Like the
Yeah,
R.
we the R team. The opposers, that's the Avant team. Cause you know Avant, that's the fake ass watered down R.Kelly. So anything that's on the other side, they the Avants.
Not the watered down R.Kelly. Well, I just want to say thanks for having me on tonight. Conversation was great. And yeah, it's 2023, so stand for something, fall for anything.
Oh yeah,
we in that thing.
Oh,
All right,
no
Queen.
stranger, Miss Nick.
All right.
All right, Queen. Enjoy your night. Enjoy yourself.
Y'all have a good night.
Yeah, man.
Yo,
Y'all already
bye.
know. Dean, man, we held it down, bro. We held it down. We been on this bitch 3 hours, man. It don't even seem like it.
Man, bye. We could be on this shit for 6 million hours. It don't matter. I always enjoy my time with y'all.
Oh yeah, top it up, man. Tell your girl she gonna have to come on over and convert, man.
Now my girl, she on whatever side I'm on. But she be, she just be on her little, like she be. How can I put it? It's like she one of them. She wanted like she want to believe like, cause she a female, but she always say it though. She for cows though. She for cows just off with the loyalty of me. But you get what I'm saying? But she be trying to like, she be saying like this little shit that she be feeling that they saying is true, and I'll be like, man, babe, it's either you rocking with me or you rocking with them. But she on Team Cal side. We ain't got nothing to worry about. But yeah, but yo, Va, I love you, my brother. I ain't gonna talk your ear off. Let me feel me.
It's
Got a
all
little bit.
love you too, man. I'm happy you came into the 2023 right along with everybody else. So man, it's good to see you made it to the other side.
Nah, that's a fact. Same to you, bro. Same to you. So let me go handle what I gotta handle, bro. I love you. I'm tap in tomorrow if you got something to tap into tomorrow. You got my number, so.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna start like I say, I want to put it while I'm sending the link. Yeah, how to get it to where I can send a link to everybody individually, other than putting it in the chat, because these fucking these fucking informers out here want to come on people panel and spamming and shit. So try to just secure the live a little bit more. I got enough moderators in the chat to delete the bullshit. So the less we have to drop the link, the better, the safer the live gonna be.
Nah, that's a fact. That's a fact. I definitely 100% get where you coming from. Nah, that's a fact. But yeah, bro, I love you, bro. So let me just go handle what I handle. If anything, you got my number. You can hit me, bro. It don't matter. I'm here.
Yeah, bro. Till next time, y'all.
All right, say no more.